Alright, is it connected? I haven't done this in a while. Yep. It looks to be connected. Okay, I'm in the category. It says I'm live there. Everything seems to be working, so let's get into this. This first bit here, I'm just gonna record for a YouTube short or something. So, alright, how do I start it? Right. Well, hello there. It's me, Abyssal Balrog. I'm a streamer. And I'm letting y'all on YouTube know that I have a thing I want to do. I would like to do Ironman member stuff. Problem is, I'm broke as shit. I already got enough expenditures as it is, so I can't afford it. And if I am good about membership, obviously I buy the cheapest package, so it's $100 for a whole year. So you give me 20 subs, and on Kick you keep like 90% of the sub, and I'll get it. So there's 20 people pay $5, and I will do at least a year of Ironman in the members content stuff, and that would be really nice. I would like to do that. And you know, for any YouTubers who don't really want to go over to Kick or not, it's like, well, here's the incentives. There's things you can do. See, I got up there at the top of my screen, there's a little sub goal, but I also have these nice little features I'm going to try out and show you right here. See, we have chat. It's in subscriber mode only right now for good reasons. Like, you might think, oh, so if we don't even pay you, we can't even type in chat. Well, here's the thing. When you're a new streamer, the only people you have showing up are people trying to sell you stuff. You don't get actual viewers. You don't get actual people. They might chat with you for up to half an hour before they finally say, hey, join me on Discord so I can try to sell you my artwork stuff. Like, yeah, no thanks. But anyway, I got text to speech. We just do !S space, and then we type, hello there, YouTube.
Giga Chat Abyssal Balrog says, hello there YouTube.
See that? Now it's set to like a 15 or 30 second cooldown, but you know, I can do my stuff and you can make yourself be heard. We got TTS here and it's free. You don't gotta pay for it, except as long as you a sub, you get the TTS. So I mean, you kinda do have to pay, but you know, if you wanna interact, you wanna hang out and shit, and interact, not just watch, there it is. That's what I got to offer. So I would like that, and I'll be playing the game. You can make it happen. Okay, I think that's enough for a YouTube short. I mean, I'll probably have to edit it, cut out shit, but now that's out of the way. Let's play the game. I mean, we're not getting those subs anytime soon, so let's just go kill some frogs and raise our levels. I mean, that'll be fun. We're going to play the game anyway. Not playing Stardew right now. I only play that for 2 hours a day, but then what am I going to do for the rest of the day? Well, I mean, here's a goal. Here's a plan. And I just put it right on my streaming title. It's like, hey, I need 20 subs. I want to do Ironman members, but I can't afford that. I need 20 subs. And I got TTS. So if you interested, show up. Help a brother out. So yeah, I've done everything I can, but I am determined to leave it in sub only. I am determined to that, because I would rather have 0 chatters than have to tolerate those damnable salesmen anymore, because that's all I've been getting for the past few weeks. That's it. And I can't stomach it. It's too much. They got to me. They beat me. So I was like, fine, sub only. Now, I mean, that was on Twitch, and Kick might be different. But still, they got me. They got me. They beat me. And so fine, have it your way. Sub-only mode. So that's what I gotta do. So that's what I do. I think it's perfectly fair. It's legit. It's like, it would be nice if I could just go live and let anyone chat. I mean, that would be nice. Problem is, it's an oversaturated market and the carnivores are out. It ain't so nice an ecosystem now. There's the ideal and then there's reality, and you do what you have to do for your own mental health. It's like, for my own mental stability, I have to do it this way. Sub-only mode, have to do it. I have to do it. I don't have a choice. It's like the choice is between having 0 viewers and 0 growth, or only having the freaking scammers that are just there to wear you down. And they are scammers. They absolutely are. They're people, not bots. They're people. But it's like, yeah, you know, here's this artwork, you know, here's this artwork stuff that could, like, really help your stream. And it's like, no, it won't. No, it freaking won't. You know it won't. And one of them actually had the galls to use, like, oh, I just recently lost my job. You know, it's like a sort of empathy sort of thing. It's like, bro, I've been unemployed for 10 years. Shut the hell up. You backfired. You did not get my sympathy. You just pissed me off. It's like, you activated my trap card. You said the absolute worst thing you could have said to me. Because I'm unemployed, but it's not by choice. So yeah. Subscriber only mode. You want chat? Pay me. That's just what it comes down to. But if you do pay, not only are you able to chat, but you can even use text to speech. How's that? See? There's something in it for you. You get added bonuses. I finally got a third-party website that actually freaking works the way it's supposed to work. Because, like, I've tried 2 or 3 other things before, and they're just trouble. They're trouble, man. They don't work. But this here, this works. I'm using right now, well, let me kill this frog and start the next frog, and then I'm gonna tell you, it's called botrix.live. You know, botrix.com, whatever you want to call it. It's botrix, B-O-T-R-I-X. It works. It works, okay? As you can see, we got the little sub goal. I don't know if that'll work or not. Probably. We got the text on the screen with a transparent background. Great. We got text to speech. That's nice. We got stuff and it works. And I turn my computer off and I turn it back on and it still works. Because there's other programs that, like, every time you turn your computer back on, it doesn't work and you have to reset it. It's like, that's such a pain in the ass. Or like there's other ones where it's like, I want my chat on screen and they just don't do it. Like, you have to use their whole pre-built setups, but if you try doing a custom one just for the chat box, it just doesn't work. So frustrating. Really so frustrating. It's like, dude, you're a website. I just want you to do one thing. Can you just do the one thing? No? Okay, never mind. You're trash then. Do what I want you to do. You're a tool. Tools gotta do a job. Do the thing I want you to do. Never mind the trouble of just, like, looking up guides on how to do the stuff. It's like, oh, the YouTube video is only 2 years old. Nope, already outdated. Wherever they're showing you to go to click on things, it ain't there no more. Still, I managed to figure it out. It's like, at least in the case of this one, like, I figured it out pretty easily and I got it to work. Like, there is more stuff I could add. Like, you know, point systems. Like, you know, if you've been to other streamers or whatever and you've seen the sort of stuff they've got going on with the points, the mini games, all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, you know, I could think about working on that, but it's a bit much for me right now. Like, I don't I'm not setting that up right now. It's a pain in the butt. It's not my thing. I'll do it when I need to. One step at a time. Of course, OBS is being a bit annoying to me. It's like I got the setup for Twitch where I'm doing Stardew, and then I got the setup for Kick where I'm doing the old school RuneScape, and the sources are just all there. Like, I switch between profiles? I think they're called profiles? For like Twitch or Kick, for like where it's streaming it to. But all the different sources are just there, and I just have to turn off or on the different ones. So like, all these overlays that are like for Kick, I have to turn them all off when I go to do the Stardew. And then like, I also have 2 different game captures because I have them set up to a specific window. Like right now, this one is set up for old school RuneScape, so that's for the Kick, and then I have one set up for Stardew. That way I don't have to deal with like switching them, and it's just annoying. It'd be nice if like OBS I could like when I just switched the profile, it just switched everything. Cause like the positioning stuff, like where I have my webcam, where I have the chats, like it doesn't matter which profile I have it to. It just, I have to if I want it in a different spot for when I'm doing different games, I have to manually just change it each and every time. It doesn't save it to each profile. So if I wanted to record something specifically for a YouTube short, I would have to change it all to the short format, and then I'd have to change it back for when I want to go back to stream. It's like, maybe there's a way to do this in OBS, but I can't figure it out. Like, yeah, I'm not tech savvy. I'm new to this. It's a pain in the ass. I would prefer things to just work and be easy to use, but it don't work that way. So let's take a little peek at Kick. The old school category. Am I still in there? Refresh page. Well, yeah. There's about 25 people live right now, and I'm in there. Got 1 viewer, me. But I am in there. And see, I don't have to worry about looking at chat, because if someone subscribes, it'll play a message. So I can play full screen for now if I want to. I don't have to worry about seeing chat. Plus, I have it in the title, how to text to speech, so if someone subscribes, they can just text to speech. So they can just tell me whatever they want to say. I'm curious. I'm gonna send a message. Exclamation mark S.
Giga Chat Abyssal Balrog says, Cree smells like wet cat.
I was curious how it would pronounce that name. It's not me, that's someone else I know online. They think they're a cat. So I like to make fun of them in my own way. Yeah, I'm just playing around with the text-to-speech because it's fun. Like, yeah, it's a cool toy. It's like only subscribers get to use it. Oh, and me. I'm not a subscriber, but I get to play with it all I want. It's like, there's only a certain selection of voices to pick from. Maybe the premium version of it has more to pick from. Because I know when I was watching Sea Dog's Cyclothon, they had that L underscore, and it's like I tried reproducing that, but I couldn't get it to work. Just didn't have the same voices. That's a shame. Well, yeah, that's just how it goes. Things don't always work out. One thing I'm curious of, if I try uploading from Kick to make a YouTube video, make a YouTube video out of this, will it work? Yeah, I mean, probably. And you know, so if you use TTS, it calls you Giga Chad. Giga Chad, your name says, and then whatever you say. Because if you subscribe to me, you're a Giga Chad. Alright? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's why I like my little gold thing. It's like, you're not a subscriber, you're a Giga Chad subscriber. Because you ain't no sub. You're a Giga Chad. You know. I just need 20 subs. 20 consoles to enable my dream. I had another account, but it got banned for, would you believe it, botting. I wasn't, but I was playing like a bot. And they didn't like that. So that account's gone. I mean, it's still there, but it's dead. I still have my dream. And now I'm making it harder because I'm doing Ironman. I want to beat Jad. I want to beat Jad. The real Jad. Because, you know, RuneScape 3, I beat Jad with an insta-kill dart. If you know what it is, you know what it is. It's not a cheat. It's not a hack. It was a special event. They gave you 3 of them for something. There was something they were doing, and they gave out 3 insta-kill darts. I used 1 on the Golem and 1 on Nomad. The Golem is the boss before Nomad in Nomad's quest. And then I used 1 on Jad. So, I've never beaten those. And that's not even a quest in old school. Like, Nomad's not even a quest in old school. But Jad is a thing. And then later, you know, they introduced the new combat system, which just changes everything. And at that point, Jad's not the same. So I've never legitimately beat Jad. I've never done that. I would like to do that. I was working on preparing for that, you know, bit by bit, because I'm a poor mofo. So I was getting my membership by grinding gold. I was on all day. I was doing herb farming and selling shit, slowly building up my gold, because I had to keep buying bonds, which kept going up in price. Meanwhile, the price of everything you're trying to sell keeps going down. You know what it is, it's the economy. Some things don't change. Well, I just gotten the chest piece from Tombs of Amascut. I just managed to buy one of them. And, you know, I was still trying to save up enough gold to get the Rigger prayer. Because, you know, you gotta get the prayer scroll to unlock that now. And that's, it's a raid drop. You gotta buy it from other players. And it costs like 30 mil for that. Oof. Of course, now that I'm doing an Ironman, it's gonna be, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh, so many things are gonna be special. Yeah, but you know, I was working. I was close. I was getting really close to making my attempt, and I got banned. And it's like, man, I was very emotionally distraught. I was very upset. And I'm like, I'm never playing MMOs again. Yeah, see how long that lasted. I still like old school RuneScape, and this is kind of technically doing it as a job, potentially. But like, this has the safe guarantee, because if I only play it on stream, then I can prove to them I didn't bot, because here's me playing it live on camera, and you got hours of recordings of me doing it this way. So they know it's not a bot. They can just be like, oh, on such and such day you were buying. I'll be like, well, here's the recording. No, I wasn't. So, I mean, that works. So he's like, yeah, let's do Iron Man. Because I saw, it's like, oh, Iron Man. You can do Iron Man as a free-to-play now? Let's try it out. I was like, well, I did it. I beat Elvarg. And now it's like, okay, well. You know, I was struggling because, like, I do the 2 hours of Stardew every day. But I'm like, well, I got more time. I wanna make more stuff. Let's make YouTube videos. Let's try stuff. And then I was just digging around and I found some cool things. And it's like, okay, here's my current plan. I want to do old school group shit members, but I can't afford that, man. My budget's tight because I got no income. I got expenses, and I have a stockpile of cash, which is, dwindling, and it's gonna disappear in about a year and a half. And that's when I'm done, because if I don't make any income, then I'm broke, and I'm just gonna have to cancel everything. It's all over then. But till then, I'm gonna try. See if I can make something. It's better than doing nothing, because shit's gonna happen in a year and a half anyway, so might as well try doing something than sit around doing others. Like, oh yeah, just get a job. It's like, yeah, there ain't no jobs where I'm at. There's none. One job opens, 1,000 people apply. Yeah, they ain't gonna pick me. So it's like, no, get a job. That don't work. All right, how about self-employment? What skills you got? None. Physically fit? Nope. Anything? Nope, none. Okay, well, we got internet. Kinda. Let's try streaming. It's like, okay, well, I had to get better internet. Here I am. Doing this, and I can afford it only for so long. And it just so happens to match up with the deadline for the other thing, because I'm on food stamps, but then Trump got mad about that, and they gotta cancel that. There's gonna be problems with that in a year and a half time. So everything gonna come to a head then. My hour of doom is set, and I'm trying what I can to avert it. Trying something's better than sitting on your ass doing nothing. For a lot of people, streaming's a YouTube, and that's a dream job. It's like, yeah, good for you. This ain't a dream job for me. It's the only possibility I got. There ain't nothing else out here. So, gotta try. Gotta do something better than doing nothing. Here I am. I play this game. I will talk about whatever. I don't know any good jokes. You want to talk politics? I'll talk politics. You want to talk about geo shit? I'll talk geo. You want to talk games? You want to talk anime? Maybe it's an anime I don't know shit about. You can tell me about it. I know quite a few mangas. Bit of web novels. I mean, I haven't really read them all that much as more because I'm not really into reading as much. You want to argue Lord of the Rings? I'd love to do that. I mean, who wouldn't? Oh yeah, we got our strength level, didn't we? Yeah, it's 46 now. Well, ain't that nice? We got our strength leveled up. That's cool. Yeah, it's hot out, man. It's hot out during the day, but it's cool at night. I mean, it does cool off. I mean, I went out for a walk at 3 a.m. I walked a whole 2 miles. Now, I mean, I was showing it up. I was wearing a mask because there's a fire pretty far away, and we're actually in the valley, and the fire's not in the valley. It's down in L.A., but I live in the Central Valley. It's like, apparently some of the smoke and shit got over, and so it's like, yeah, it's bad air quality. You shouldn't go out for walks and stuff. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I need my walk. So I just put on a mask and went out anyway. Because it's hot. I hate the heat. It's 60 degrees outside. Hell yeah, I'm going for a walk. Oh, just run the AC. Like I told you, we poor. We have an AC, but if it ain't 100, we ain't using it. It's set to 85. Which is... I don't like 85. I do not like 85. But that's what it's set to. I prefer 70. 70 is a nice number, but 70 is a luxury. 70 is a thing that you can have it set to all year round if you can afford it. You have to earn that. I don't mind winter. Just wear blankets, wear more clothes, double the socks. Winter is easy. Summer, there ain't nothing you can do. Not a damn thing you can do. So anyone who says they prefer summers over winter, they're crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, I'm having fun here. I'm killing these frogs. I don't mind it at all. I'd listen to random music if I wasn't scared of copyright. I'd listen to other people's streams, or not streams, but their YouTube videos if I, once again, wasn't scared of copyright. I mean, copyright's scary. Like, oh, it's React content. Is it? If I'm just listening to their audio and maybe laughing at it, I mean, does that count as reacting? Maybe? It's a bit, it's tricky. Cause you don't want to get on their bad side. Now, obviously, you know, streamers are a lot less copyright trigger finger as companies. You know, you mess with music, you gotta deal with record labels. They're trigger happy. They're trigger happy. You're right to be scared of them. YouTubers and streamers, it's a lot less so. But that's not so bad. I mean, you still get a bit of it now and then, but it's probably a lot safer. So I could just open up YouTube, and would it even be visible or audible on stream if I were to play some shit on YouTube? Would y'all be able to hear it? I don't know. How's my OBS set up? Audio output capture is set to default. Whatever that means. I do not know. I have no clue. I mean, I assume that means that it, I assume that means that it, I don't know. Oh look, a scroll that I won't be doing. They don't give me shit. Oh look, a scroll that I won't be doing. They don't give me shit. So, I'm thinking here now. So, I'm thinking here now. Let's try it out. Let's just open up YouTube and just play something, not music. Not music. Let's try it out. Let's just open up YouTube and just play something, not music. Not music. Oh, here's a short little clip from Asman.
Oh no, not another, you didn't post another, you are not posting another AI video, are you?
Just for context, this is the official verified account of Ayatollah Khamenei. Only the AI dub will be done by me.
When Prophet Moses led the Israelites.
Okay, I paused it so I can hear because I'm listening to my stream as well, and it appears that yes, it is audible. So that does work. I'm listening to my stream as well, and it appears that yes, it is. And now I'm gonna go and find it and mute it again because it's bugging me because it's got like a 2-second delay before it actually plays. So yeah. So I can, if I want to, just you know, listen to different YouTube stuff in the background. Obviously, I have to comment on it. But if I run out of stuff to talk to, I can just laugh at whatever the heck I'm listening to. It's something to do. And I mean, like, I'm not really sure. Because, like, you know, the whole thing's about, like, what constitutes fair use. What is the culturally accepted amongst YouTubers as fair use for reacting. Because, like, it's not just about the law. It's also, like, what do the YouTubers and Twitchers themselves consider to be acceptable. So... My health went up. It's now 48. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I'm just basically AFK, just killing frogs. I mean, what else am I gonna do? There ain't nothing else for me to do. I kill the frogs, I kill the frogs. I mean, there are other skills I could mine, I could smith, I could runecraft. Sure. I could do that. And as an Ironman, smithing is imperative for me. It's a massive skill, very important. I mean, all skills are very important for an Ironman, because, like, you need them. But combat's definitely the one that won't fail you. Defense, health, prayer, magic. Magic's good even if you don't use magic. Magic is your magic defense. It's like your magic level is the most important for your magic defense. So it's very good to have it. Plus you get access to all the teleports and chants and all that good stuff. So of course you use magic. Even if you don't use it for combat, you still use it for everything else. And you will use it for combat. Because like an Iron Man's like, well, can Iron Mans do the minigame Guardians of the Rift? I believe they can. And that takes care of your rune crafting and all your runes. So you'll have no problem doing magic. Now as with many things, if you want good gear, you're going to have to go and kill stuff and get it yourself. It's like, oh, you want the Slayer helmet? Well, you're going to have to go and farm out the different pieces on your own. And the same with anything. It's like, oh, you want Bandos armor? Well, off to the God Wars dungeon you go, and oh, you're going to have to pay for private instance, or I don't know how it works for Iron Man, but because like you're an Iron Man, and if you go in a multi-combat zone, someone else is just going to go in and attack your target. They only have to hit it once, and then you're screwed. You can't loot it. If someone else hits your target even once, you get no loot. Even if you did 99% of damage. Nope, no loot for you. So it's like, I'm not really sure how that works. Like, how you deal with that. Still, things working out okay. Yeah. Yeah, everything seems fine. I can close that. Now, I guess I'll leave that for now. So I can catch up on the reacting to the... I guess it means reacts. Because I would like to hear him.
And they set off.
What do you guys think the odds are that there's something in here that's AI?
That when they got close
100%.
enough to be seen, the
100%,
Israelites were
man.
afraid. And then some said to Moses, now we are caught. Now they will catch us. We are doomed. Moses replied, never. Such a thing will never happen.
Bro's talking about himself, man. Like, my understanding is all them's getting wrecked. He's still around because they let him still be around. And he's trying to act tough.
Why? Because God is with me. My Lord is with me. Never. Indeed, my Lord is with me. He will guide me.
See, divine companionship is so important. If you and I can maintain this divine companionship, know that nothing, not even America, matters. If there are people in the world
I'm
What's
pretty
he
sure
saying?
these are fucking AI.
with 10 times America's power, this force accompanied by God will prevail over them.
Oh my god.
This was the method of the Iranian people. Despite
What is this guy on
victory
about?
belongs to none but Allah, the mighty, the wise.
And the Almighty God will surely make the Iranian nation and the truth victorious. God willing,
Bro, you're not gonna
peace be
win.
upon you, and the mercy
You don't
of
stand a
God,
chance.
my Lord, is with me.
Don't touch
It's just
the boat.
montage. Bro, like he.
بتوانیم این
Oh man, this is. It's just. Guys, yeah, what is this here? Their nuclear scientists are gone? They have AI prompt engineers? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, that's just silly stuff, man. So you don't stand a chance. You never stood a chance. So you only survived because you never did the stuff yourself. You paid other people to do the dirty work. Well, they all got taken out. And then he thinks he can. He thinks that he can stop the Americans. Like, we're not invading you on land. We're not sending troops. We don't have to. We got jets. We got stealth bombers. We don't have to go over there to deal with you guys. It's not a problem. The only thing that could possibly stop us is if Russia, like, actually wanted to back you up. But I mean, you chanting death to America, and then you're trying really hard to make nukes. It's like, bruh, no. Even Russia's just like, nah, dude. Besides, them Russians got enough on their plates. I mean, they're still dealing with Ukraine. So, not expecting much from them. Alright, any other good videos we can watch? Something? I mean, that was just a little clip. That was a little 2-minute clip. Well, let's get something funny. Not music. It's gotta be streaming stuff. Music companies are scary. Streamers and YouTubers, not so much, because they're more understanding. Especially React content people. Because who are they to criticize me reacting to them when they're a reactor themselves? So the React content people, they're the ones that's the most fairest to react to, because they are the least likely to go and get on you about it. Like, as long as you are to some extent reacting. Which I kinda am. I mean, I'm enjoying it. And it's like, am I acting as a replacement to other people watching their stuff? Hell no. I'm not even showing the video on screen. I'm just listening to it. I mean, I might watch it, but my stream can't see it. So am I a replacement? No. So it's fine. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just keep talking to myself, assuming that maybe someone might come in and be viewing. They can't type nothing because they're still deciding whether they want to sub or not, but they can hear me. So I'm gonna just keep talking about whatever. You like what you hear, you keep staying. Alright, we'll go play. Let's go YouTube. Then we go subscriptions. Come on. There it loads. Scroll down a bit. What's new? What's new? Not much. There's not really much to listen to. Jerry did everything today. Man. I should pick something. What do we got? No, go back to the home page, scroll a bit, scroll a bit. Because there's some stuff I watch, but I'm not sub to. So I could sub to them. It's like YouTube subscription, that's free, why not? I'm a bit picky about my YouTube recommendations. I like to keep it more under control. And yeah, I thought of one. I thought of something I can play. We go subscriptions and we just scroll down till we find one of his. He'll be in there. We're gonna find Count Dankula. He's got some good shit. If I can find him. He don't post that often because I only subscribe to his Mad Lads, not his other channel. Because I try to avoid certain content, or at least I was for a while, but just not anymore. Come on, where are you, Dank? Where you at? Fine, we'll watch that. Here's something. That looks entertaining.
Hey gang, here we have a video of a bloke doing a stereotypical weekend bloke activity, which is great for physical well-being, mental well-being. Oh, his fucking lawnmower's blowing up!
What the hell? He's mowing his lawn, he's just mowing his lawn, and then his lawnmower just blew up. What the hell's up with that? Why his lawnmower gonna blow up? Lawnmower ain't supposed to do that. So, yeah.
I did not see that coming. Yeah, go inside. Bloody have a mid-strength and a Panadol. Call it a day. That was unexpected. Here we have a parachutist, a parachuter, a military guy coming in for landing. He's a G.I. Joe!
Okay, that's cute. It's a toy. They were recording a video, making it look like it's a thing, and it's like, nope, surprise, it's just a toy. Gotcha. Made you look. Made you think. I mean, that's funny. That's some cheeky shit, but that's funny.
That was unexpected. Oh, what's going on here? Suspicious. Oh, it's a big dodgy red button with a sign saying, go on, push it. What will happen? I dare you. I dare you to do it. I don't know. I'm quite risk adverse. I'd just walk away. I'd leave it. I wouldn't touch it. Oh.
You're in a bathroom and there's a big red button that says, push it. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah? I can only imagine. What's the worst that could happen? It's like, you're wondering what the prank's gonna be.
she touches it and it's a happy ending. It's a disco. You could arguably say that videos with a happy ending on the internet are in fact expected. That was a bit of a porn joke. Okay, there's a spready to the gods. Fuck yeah, I'm a man of the people. I just like simple
I like this
things.
video.
I like sunny days and spreadies. Who can blame me? This is all very expected
I like this.
Oh, it's a Stitch. It's one of them fancy New Age Stitch videos. He's going to have a go, and he has butchered it. No, his dog's butchered it.
Oh!
Gab.
So the girl and that switches to a guy doing it, but then the dog goes and walks over the camera, and now you got a nice shot of the dog's dong. That's a good one. But yeah, see, this is a nice video. It's some light-hearted stuff. It's funny. Oh, we got something going on. It's a quiz show. Yeah, wait. Let's go. I'll get back to a video after this little quiz show. Greatest quiz show in Gillinor. Odd one out. I'm a great contestant. All right, so we got a weapon, and a shovel. This is a hard one, man. That was a hard one because a shovel's a weapon too, man. Haven't you ever seen World War I? Weapon, a shield. This is hard too, because don't you know a shield's a weapon too? You should ask the Spartans, man. And it's a shovel. Like, man, this is ridiculous. Those are all weapons. A fish, and a necklace. Well, I don't got any jokes for that, man. Coins or the mystery box? I'm taking the mystery box. I have my reasons. Like, the coins will be nice, but the mystery box has a very, very low chance of giving me a very special item. Now, it's probably going to be junk. It could be anything. Could be anything, but it's probably junk. But it could be a very special item. Well, we got a cut diamond. And that's not bad. That is not bad. It's not the baguette. Well, the old dry aged baguette. You know, it's a sword. It's a cosmetic item. There's two ways to get it. That box, or a small chance when you get a baguette from the lunch lady, which of course requires her to tell you to get a baguette. It's a very small chance. It's like those are the only two ways to get that baguette. And I would like it. I would like that. But for now, he's not getting it yet. Someday. Oh, we are. Yeah, we got another strength level. That's good. We're just gonna keep going with strength. Like, we have 45 attack, 45 defense. Like, do we want to get those to 50 eventually? But for now, we're just gonna go strength all the way, because that means more damage. So we're just going strength all the way to 80, I guess. I mean, we would do other stuff if we could, but, you know, we're not a member, so what else can we do? It's like, I would like to have a better weapon, but, you know, that's a bit hard when you're an Iron Man. And as an Iron Man free-to-play, this is the best weapon I can get. We got a rune sword, we could get a long sword, and we have the Bear Knight mace, which is nice. So yeah, we got that. Alright, what we're doing? Oh yeah, we was watching. Oh, I did not need to see that again.
It ends with a doggy dog cock and balls. I wasn't expecting the video to go in that direction.
Oh, and then the dog goes and teabags the camera. Just icing on the cake, man. Dogs are man's best friend for a reason. They know what's up.
A bit of a butthole at the end. Okie dokie, pig in a pokey. Oh, here's another one. Surely not. Surely not twice in a row. Why would Aussie Man even organise his videos like that twice in a row if it was two doggy dick videos handed in?
And anyone watching this or is gonna watch this on YouTube, like, you guys gotta be a bit annoyed, maybe. The fact that you can hear it, you can hear me reacting, you can see me reacting, but you can't see the video. If you want to see the video, go find it yourself. I'll give a shout out when I'm done watching that if you want to know who that is, for those who don't know. I'll tell you right now, that's Aussie Man. OZZY space man. Aussie Man is he's an Australian YouTuber. He does reacts to some good stuff. Just all in all lighthearted good stuff. So if you want some funnies, you want to lighten up your day, he's a great choice. He's a very nice guy. You know, it seems like everyone gets caught up in this and that, and even he does a little bit dip into some things now and then, but for the most part he stays clean, and that's good because you need that. Internet's a real shitty place, but he mostly stays clean. He's entertained. How are we doing on prayer? Oh, we just need about 100 more frogs. 100 more frogs and we'll be level 40 prayer, which will give us that protect from ranged prayer. Melee, that's 43. Those are important things to unlock, but we don't got them yet. Anyway, back to the vids. We're only a minute 30 in and we still got another 2.5 minutes of content. Thank you kindly.
That was just me pranking you, my lovely, lovely audience. There you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment, I say, because, you know, the world is very intense. Smash cut to the world being unexpectedly intense this month. So that's one of our Aussie journalists. She's like, yeah, I am in America, and they're doing American-type stuff, basically having a massive shit fight. Back to you in the studio. And, yeah, she should be able to just come home now. And she gets shot with a rubber bullet. Come on. Why'd you do it, America? Why'd you do it? That's our news.
I shouldn't laugh at that. I shouldn't. But I will point out, like, she's standing in a road. She is standing in the road. You're not supposed to do that. That's actually illegal. I mean, it's more of a misdemeanor, but it's like, by standing in the road, that makes you a participant. Like, there are rules to these sort of things. Like, it's one thing if you went and, you know, you had like a parade or some sort of thing, like, and you got permission from the city, which I mean, I know it's like, what, permission for a protest? Like, yeah. You know, if you ever see any like little marches or things like where they're marching around on city blocks and stuff, like, they have permission most of the time for that. And when they don't, that's when the cops get involved. Because, like, no, there's rules to this. You can't just go and get in the roads and get in the way of traffic. It's like, yeah, she's a reporter, but she's in the road. You're not supposed to be there. And I'm a reporter is not an excuse. That doesn't give you permission. It don't. So, you gotta learn a lesson there. Don't go in the road when you're not supposed to be in the road.
Station. We may not like it very much, but now we love it because you shot it. So fuck you. No, I'm not that angry. I'm just disappointed. Also, I did not expect the hit movie in the 90s, Unbreakable by M. Night Shyamalan, to become a documentary in 2025, but here we are. Sincerely, condolences to the families that lost loved ones in this plane crash, and condolences to the one survivor who lost his brother. 1 out of 241. It's an incredible bloody story, and I can't stop thinking about
honestly,
it.
Man, you're doing so good on this video.
Walking along, and I just think, that's incredible that bloke survived.
See, that's what I say. Most of the time, his stuff's good.
Don't try to get me to do that. I'm just saying it's an incredible, unexpected story. Smash cut to a cutesy wildlife video. Oh, it's a dead mouse. Sorry, everyone. No, it's not. It's alive. Tricked us all. Go, mousey. Go, 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 go. Suck shit, cat.
The mouse just fooled the cat. And the cat's just still under the chair looking for the mouse. Meanwhile, the mouse is behind it, going towards the camera like the mouse got away. This cat, its hunter instincts ain't exactly all that great.
Nah, there's hope in the world after all.
He's missing a few screws.
Okay, what about this? The likely scenario
is
that if...
Oh, someone on a motorcycle of some type or a moped or something, and out on the road is an elephant. Best advice for you: turn around. GTFO. Just turn around and don't. Just don't. It's an elephant. What do you think's gonna happen? But you know what's gonna happen. Don't do it.
You get too close to an
Let's see.
elephant,
Yep, here it comes.
Oh, he's off the bike. He's
Off the
ditched
bike and
with his
running.
legs.
He knows.
That's brave as. I'd keep the bike. I don't
Nope,
trust
he's
my
still
legs.
running because it's still after him
Holy
now.
shit, look at that shadow. That is terrifying. Get up, get up. This is worse than a horror movie. Come on. Okay, where's the elephant gone? How does an elephant just disappear? I mean, it's not that small. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay, no, that's another unexpected survival story. Well done, buddy. Well done.
Yeah, his elephant's gone, so... You know, it chased him and then it had enough of it and then it just finally left the road, I guess. But it's like, yeah, you know, this elephant, at a certain point, you just go... You run. So, yeah, they're herbivores, but, they're kind of big. They're kind of really big. You know what else is a herbivore? A rhino. You know what else is a herbivore? A hippopotamus. Yeah. You know what else is a herbivore? A moose. There's a lot of herbivores that you kind of just don't want to mess with. You don't want to be anywhere near them. Yeah. It's just not worth it. Alright, what else we got?
I definitely thought you were a goner as well. What about this? Oh, not war. I don't want war. I don't want it. Oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
A balloon.
If missiles sounded like that, no one would want to drop them. Okay, here we have some mini sharks or...
So he was holding some rocket launcher looking thing and then it just out came one of them long clown balloons. Say, okay, very funny. I'm not picking my nose, I'm just scratching an itch. There's a difference. You have to deal with the itch because it's an itch. And if I felt the urge to pick my nose and I just pick my nose, I don't give a shit. Oh no, this is just me getting an itch. Because if you ever had an itchy nose, you know. But if you out in public or you at like an office work or something, you can't. You just get a Kleenex or something, pretend you're blowing your nose, but that ain't what you're really doing. You're scratching the damn itch. It's like when you're a guy and you were sitting wrong for a while and then you got itchy balls. And it's like, uh-oh, it is not polite for you to be doing what needs to be done, but at the same time it's like, well, it's itchy, what the hell do you expect me to do? Right, I'm still watching that video. That looks like sharks. Not sure what type of shark, because there's a lot of different variety of sharks, and most of them are pretty docile. Most of them are chill. Don't know what these ones are.
Big fish, depending on your perspective and personal opinions. He's going to give him
okay, yeah, these are smaller.
Oh, nice. That was all went to plan, really. That's fine. Oh, that's unexpected. Down you go, buddy. Good holiday. Whack that like.
That was funny. Some other type of fish, bigger one, came out and took the bait he was trying to play with, and then second time it came up and got his hand and he fell into the water. So, yeah, he went fishing, but he got fished. I'm making funny.
Button on me videos, dickheads, and also subscribe, and go to AussieManShop.com for merch, or send in videos via AussieMan.com/submit. See ya.
Yeah. You heard that? Like, comment, subscribe on Aussie Man's videos. He's a very good content creator. He is good content. We appreciate him. You know, like all things, every once in a while he does comment on stuff, and I don't agree with everything he says, but that's true for everyone. I'm an Asmongold fan. I love Asmongold stuff, but I don't agree with all of his takes. No one does. And that's fine. That's part of life. Like, being a normal person is accepting that you're not going to agree with every single take that someone else has. There's going to be a take that someone else has that you really don't agree with. And that's true for everyone. Even people you think are your good friends, you just haven't talked about that topic yet. You haven't found out yet. And maybe they know your opinion on it. And they know it'll really anger you. And so they just won't tell you their real thoughts on things. Or maybe it's you that ain't telling them. Point is, there's got to be a thing that you and them strongly disagree on, and you just got to let it go. Like, you just don't talk about it. And you can still be friends. And everything can still be fine. Just don't talk about that one thing. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's not complicated. So it's like, I agree with Asman on most stuff. But, you know, most of his chat did not agree with his take on the George Floyd situation. We did not agree with him. We saw what we saw. He saw what he saw. And, you know, everyone's come to their conclusion. He's come to his, and we're not going to change his mind on it. Nothing we say is going to make him change his mind, and nothing he says is going to change our minds. We just got to live and let live and just get over it. It's like, alright, fine, whatever. But it's like, yeah, I like all this stuff. Even when he says stuff I don't agree with, it's like, yeah, well, you know, that's fine. Alright. Next vid. What are we gonna watch? I mean, we got stuff to pick from. I'm just scrolling through, you know, trying to figure out what am I gonna listen to next. Cause I'm out here killing frogs. I got nothing else to do. And alright, I gotta make sure to hit the like button. Since I watched the video, I'm gonna hit a like cause I liked it. I hit like. Yeah, I remember to do that. Next up, we can watch, yeah, we can watch that. Maybe.
Let's go on to Mexico, because Trump really should start bombing Mexico to force them into compliance, is
what?
Trump's opinion, and the Mexican government has a different opinion. So I thought that what we would do is talk about the cartels, right? Because the cartels is actually crazy just how much of essentially a failed state Mexico is.
See, it's safe for them to say whatever they want, because this is the podcast of the Lotus Eaters. Main person is Sargon of Akkad. He's a bit of a well-known internet people in certain circles, mostly politics type stuff. But they're over there in Britain, England, the UK, whatever the hell it's called. Because if you live in Southern California or Texas and you talk shit about the cartels, well, they might just pay you a visit and escort you back over the border and you'll never be seen again. But these gentlemen, they live over in they live in the UK, so I think they're fine. They can say whatever they want. They're safe, probably. They're probably safe over there. They can say whatever they want. At least they can say whatever they want about the cartels, not so much about their own government. You know, funny how things are over in Europe. Funny about that.
And the fact that the Mexican government will accept no proper assistance from the United States on this is just baffling to me. Right, so we'll talk about just some of the cartels, right? As you can see from Financial Times.
That is kind of interesting. It's like the cartels over there have gotten so full of themselves that You know where they live. You know who they are. You know where they are. You know, and they're just there and you're not doing anything. It's like you have a whole army. Your country has an army. Why don't you just use it? Why are you scared of these guys? Like, they're so bold. You know who they are. You know where they live. You have an army. Just use the damn thing. It's not complicated. And if you won't, let the Americans. We can make short work of it. Because for all the tech, all the tanks and soldiers and training that their cartels over there are doing, how much of a chance do you think they stand against the US of A and the stuff we got? We'll see how well Iran did. You think the cartels are going to be stronger than Iran? They ain't got shit, man. The day that the cartel pisses off the American government is the day they die. That's the truth. Or get a president that doesn't give a shit and just says, you know what, Mexico, screw you. This cartel right there, we know who they are, we know where they are, they piss us off. We're just going to bomb them. We're not going to tell you. We're going to tell you afterwards. You could be mad and we're just going to be like, don't care. You should have dealt with it. You didn't? We dealt with it. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Nothing. You ain't doing shit. That's my opinion. It's like, you know, cartels want to do their own thing down in Mexico. That's fine. I mean, you know, it's your country. You do what you want to do. But if they manage to go and actually upset the United States government, don't be so surprised if Uncle Sam has a president in charge with a pair of balls that just decides to say, nah, bet, and just uses the $1 trillion military they have under their command. So you gotta remember, the Marines respond directly to the president without needing Congress's approval. So if a president wanted to just order a surgical attack on a cartel in Mexico, they could just do it. They wouldn't have to get approval from anyone. They could just do it. I mean, that's something to think about and be a bit worried about. It's like, you know, you get some crazy mofo in office and you try him, and he just might do it. He just might. It's just being realistic. You gotta be careful. So let's get back to this video. See what they're gonna say.
The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration basically calls Mexico's top cartels just transnational criminal organizations, because all they do is traffic arms, money laundering, they smuggle migrants, they do sex trafficking, bribery, drugs, everything you can imagine. Right? They are. I mean, like, if you were to just take all the worst things that are done by criminal organizations and be like, right, okay, well, we'll just give them about a third of Mexico to do that in, right? And then just have porous borders going north and south, then you just get what is happening in Mexico at the moment, and it's kind of crazy. We'll get onto a map on here. So you've got 9 major cartels, but there are 3 really big boys that operate, and the Mexican government just can't get a handle on them.
I'm gonna pause this. I like maps. I mean, don't we all love maps? Now, you can't see this map. You'll have to go and watch their vid if you want to see the map. Which here's it's a map of the cartels in Mexico. And I'm not going to say their names out loud because I'm not sure if I should or not. But this is a 2021 map, and it's like, you look at it, it's like, yeah. Yeah, and then there's like conflict zones where it's like it's not dominantly one guy, it's a bit. you know, they're always fighting each other over who's going to be in charge of areas. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's a nice map. I don't really get it much, because I don't really know much about Mexico. Don't know anything about it.
Because they're way too powerful. So,
I mean, I like taco trucks. It's technically not a Mexico thing, that's a Mexican-American thing, but you know what? I like taco trucks. That's about as much as I know. It's like, yeah, I like their food. It's an option, and I like their food. I like tortillas. That's about as deep as my knowledge of Mexico goes. They got some nice food. That's about as deep as my knowledge of any country goes. They have nice food. Because, you know, eating the same thing all the time can get a bit boring. You want a little variety.
This from last year. About a third of the country, according to the US military, is controlled by these cartels, as in sovereignly controlled.
Yes.
Like, the Mexican government does not have the opportunity to do things there. And as one former state deputy from the northwestern state of Sinaloa says, there's been an exponential deterioration and Mexico is becoming a failed state. And so the Financial Times say...
I mean, everyone's been making fun of you for that for a long time. It's just actually becoming reality soon.
Now run a network of illegal activities stretching across South America that is challenging governments and alarming citizens. Battles between local affiliates of the CJNG and the Sinaloa cartel.
Because, like, I'll tell you, it's like, you know, a government's legitimacy is in their power to enforce their ruling. Like, you can talk about democracy, you can talk about morals, you can talk about right and what's ideal, but the reality is there's only one law in this world. Might makes right. It's the law of the jungle. You do what we say or we kill you. All laws are derivative of that. Because you live in a country and you break a law, what happens? Well, the cops are going to come and they're going to arrest your ass. But what if you say no? Well, they're going to forcefully arrest you. What if you resist? Well, you're going to end up dying. That's what's going to happen. Because you beat the cops, they're going to send in the soldiers. Okay? You lose. So the law is the law because they will beat the shit out of you and potentially kill you if you don't obey their laws. Now, you can vote about it democracy. You can, you know, vote on what is or isn't the laws, but it is still enforced by force. Enforced. It has the word forced in the word. And so in Mexico, who has the power? Who's the legitimate one? Well, it's whoever's stronger. And who's wielding the force? That's the person who's in charge. And if you disobey the cartels and you end up dead, well, then I guess that means they're the one in charge. If they're able to go around and kill politicians as they please, who's legitimate there? Well, it's the cartels. The actual government ain't legitimate. They're not running the show. They don't have the monopoly on force. Then they're not legitimate. Don't like what I say? Then deal with your own problems. Legitimacy is born through force. And if you don't have it, then you ain't legitimate. That's just reality. You can not like what I'm saying, it doesn't make it any less true.
Previously turned peaceful Ecuador into one of the world's most violent countries, and it's almost like it's a video game, right? Where you've got like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, you've got an open world video game. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go and serve the king and get this, or I'm gonna become a bandit leader and I'm gonna make a fortune. And this is genuinely what's happened, except in Mexico the bandits are winning, right? And so obviously they're trafficking, you know, drugs, fentanyl, billions and billions of dollars worth of firearms, drugs, and humans, and anything else bad that you can imagine, right?
I think it's $150 billion.
It is unbelievable. It is a really significant portion of the Mexican economy, probably slightly below remittances from the United States.
No, remittances are 30 billion.
No, they're not. They're 60 billion. I looked it up. It's actually second. It's actually just below. Anyway, so the point being, you've got various high-level organizations like the Council on Foreign Relations who are like, look, guys, I think we might actually have a problem with Mexico, right? Like, we can sit there and talk about Israel and Iran, but there's a real issue right on the border, right? How many?
So they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money through just their smuggling. And that business, which I presume is into the USA, mostly. So actually getting serious about the border security and stuff, I mean, that's a big deal. Illegal immigrants is mostly not that much of a problem, because like most illegals, let's be honest, they didn't come into the country illegally. They came on a work visa, or a visit visa, or whatever, and then when it was time for them to go back, they just disappeared. They didn't go back. That's what most illegals are. The ones crossing the border illegally, like those are troublemakers. Those are definitely troublemakers. I don't care what kind of excuse you try coming up with. It's like, no. Like there's a hierarchy of how much trouble you're causing, and that's no. So like, build a wall, finish the wall. Because while it won't stop all the illegals, it will stop most of the bad ones. You know, there's a few good ones that come in illegally, but you know, most of the people that overstay their welcome, they still came in legally, so they're still, you know, at least mostly decent people. So it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, obviously, we still gotta crack down on that a bit, but it's like, it's lower priority. So like, if your goal with the border wall is just to stop illegal immigrants, period, without any sort of deeper thought into it, then it's not very effective, because most illegals they just overstay their visa. But if your goal is to stop, like, those that are committing other crimes, you're trying to stop the actual troublemakers, then yes, building a wall, actually a really good idea. Like, fortify the defenses, because you have actual troublemakers, actual, like, fentanyl and shit coming in through there. And no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Build the wall. Enforce the wall. So, you know, I'm all for the wall. Because there was a time where I was actually like, I thought the wall was stupid, because like most of them are just, you know, they just overstay their visa anyway, so like who cares? But I was like, no, it's just the context of like, no, the wall is for keeping out the drugs and the like bad criminals that can't get in on a visa. The wall is for keeping them out. It's like, well, in that case, absolutely we need that. Absolutely it's effective. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Protect us from those we need to be protected from.
How many people do you think are killed in Mexico by the cartels every year?
It's got to be like tens of thousands.
30,000 a year. 30,000. That's 82 people a day murdered in Mexico by cartels.
Yeah.
And that's just the average. Obviously, some years are worse than others. Yep. And that's just the murders. There are obviously kidnappings and, you know, various sort of other, you know, extortions.
Not the kind of people you want to mess with.
For a moment.
Yeah.
The worst actually is disappearances.
Yes.
Because they're not counted as murders.
Right.
I don't know if you're going to touch on this and the relationship between Claudia Scheinbaum and the cartels.
Well, we can do later.
So yeah, because Mexico just got, like last year, it got this progressive female Jewish, you know, all the like the Jacinta Ardern of Latin America.
Imagine 30,000 people being murdered by like rampant like sovereign cartels. And like, you know what, I'm going to vote left.
Yeah,
I'm going to vote left. You know what, we don't have.
Like, what are you, Canadian?
Yeah, we've got too much law and order around here, guys. Sorry, go on.
No, that's it.
All right, okay.
It's their country. They can do whatever they want. They can vote for whoever they want. They can do whatever they want. But when it affects us, we're gonna do what we have to do. But yeah, you can vote for whatever you want. Just know the consequences of what you're voting for, whatever it is. Hope you know. I mean, I don't get it, and I don't have to get it. All I have to know is what the situation in my country is and what we're going to do about it. So your country is your problem and our country is our problem. And it'll work itself out.
It just boggles my mind. Anyway, so the Mexican government in 2006 officially declared war on these, and it's gone badly for the Mexican government. So, brilliant. Mexico's only got about 270,000 soldiers under arms.
Wait, so they actually did try to, like, actually go to war against the cartels? And they lost. I mean, realistically, they lost. Some people might want to laugh at them for that, but if you're Australian, don't you dare. Australians, you don't get to laugh at that. Y'all lost a war to birds. Okay? You lost a war to birds. You declared war on emus and lost. So if you're Australian, you don't get to laugh at anyone. Okay? You shush. But yeah, no, you even declared war on the cartels and you lost. So once again, it is looking more and more like the cartels are the legitimate government of Mexico. Like, well, I guess that's just how it is. Did I level up recently? Oh yeah, strength level, and I got combat 58. That was 5 or 6 minutes ago. Oh, that's nice. And then we still burying the... Wait, what? 83 experience more to go. But that would have taken... I thought I needed 100 frogs, and it's already... Man, I've been killing lots of frogs. I've been killing lots of frogs.
The cartels are about 150,000. So, I mean, that's really bad.
Yes.
Right? Really bad.
Wait, 180 versus 150? And you still lost? Well, I mean, 180 versus 150 is like, yeah, the cartels, I mean, they're going to be... There's 150,000 of them, 180,000 Mexican soldiers. I mean, that's not very good odds. That's not very good. So it's like America offered to help, and the Mexicans are like, no. Why not? Pride? Pride don't do you any good when you're dead. Why do you not want Americans' help? I mean, look, if American offered you help for free because it's in America's best interest, America's going to save a lot of money by helping you, you should probably take that deal. Like, hello? American help? The spy satellites, the missiles, the weaponry, like, you know what we have in our arsenal? Do you know all the stuff we have? Do you know what other countries would be willing to do or pay for our help? And we probably, like, I don't know, but I'd assume we offered to you it for free. And you said no. You should really reconsider that. Oh, I got 40 prayer. That's nice. I got that protect from missiles. Missiles. We are protected from them now. For a time. I mean, it's not infinite, but we have that option. So that's good. Okay, back to the video. We're only 4 minutes in. We got 15 more to go. We are doing a great job of this whole React content thing. You know, honestly, even if I showed the video on screen, I think I still meet the requirements of a React content person. Because, you know, when Asmongold reacts to a video, he doubles the length, minimum. right? So I think I am doing a very good job. I'm a very qualified, I've passed the test of being a React content YouTuber or whatever. Streamer or YouTuber. Like, I could do it if I want to. To be honest, I don't want to. I just want to do gaming. But it's RuneScape. I'm bored. I gotta do something else in the background. And I can't listen to music because I'm streaming, so it's copyright. So I was like, okay, well fine, I'll just listen to other shit. You know, we got this podcast talking about Mexico's cartels and how that whole situation is crazy from their perspective. And it's like, yeah, it's crazy from a lot of people's perspectives. And they're next door neighbors with US of A. And yet, that's a thing. That is weird.
The cartels probably have more staff like on the front line instead of in HR and diversity departments and things like that.
That's probably true, yeah. I bet they have very few people.
That's a good point.
But anyway, so this has been going on for 20 years. And the previous president, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, announced the creation of a new National Guard in 2019. But the tactics, as the Council on Foreign Relations tell us, failed to curb the violence. The homicide rates dropped marginally, but it's still well over 30,000. And Mexico's 2024 general election was the most violent in decades. Attacks on journalists have continued at record highs. One journalist is murdered a week in Mexico, which I'm not going to make a joke about. And, of course, any anti-corruption reforms were floundered. And so if you look at the 2024 Mexican election, it's kind of mad that 60 politicians were assassinated during the campaign.
Jeez.
60. Like, this, they've got a list, right?
Yes.
I understand now. See, it's like you don't talk about another government, another country's politics when you don't understand what's going on down there. It's like, why don't they get rid of the cartels? Well, probably because any politician that makes it publicly known that that's what they're going to be about, well, they did. They just did. And any politician who does get in, well, they have family. They have family. And the moment they accept that American aid, their family's dead. The cartels may be dead, but their family's dead. So the Mexican leadership, you know, they probably can't do anything at this point. So, you know, since Americans really into this whole liberation business with other countries, hey, why not? I mean, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't doing it. I don't care. It's whatever. Like, what do I know? What do I care?
Got a list, and it just goes on.
This is just in one election campaign. This is over a decade.
2024, right? It's just.
So basically, anybody who
Killed before
challenges the
giving his-
local cartel gets killed.
Yeah.
Anyone?
And if you are on the payroll of another cartel, you'll get killed for that. So it's not. Some of them are people who wanted to stand up to the cartel. Some of them were on the payroll of their own cartel.
And it's just mad how they're just drive-by shootings. Killed while getting out of his vehicle. Killed before giving his last campaign speech. One of 6 people shot in a clash between armed civilians. Yes, armed civilians. You know, it's just 4 dismembered bodies.
Oh my God!
So
who would be a politician if you're going to get tortured? If your family's going to get tortured, like Gomez's son was also killed. This is, I mean, who would be a politician?
Well, that's the question, because there are towns in northern Mexico that just don't have mayors or police chiefs.
Right.
And things like this. They just don't have them.
Yeah.
Because you don't live long enough to survive. To see the.
Yeah. You know? That's... Man, I mean, what am I gonna say about that? What can I say about this that I haven't already said? It's like, I was kind of just laughing and making fun of Mexico for not being a legitimate government, but now I kind of just feel sad for them. It's like they are under occupation and control by a terror regime. You know, we like to say that about Middle Eastern countries, but isn't Mexico? It's like, well, they're a gang and they do drugs. It's different. It's like, yeah, but that sounds like terror tactics, and it's a regime that's controlling the place against what the people probably want. And anyone who speaks out about it gets killed. And their entire family killed too, possibly, depending on the cartel. And that sounds pretty bad. That sounds pretty bad. So I'm not gonna make fun of them no more. Now I just feel sad for them. I'm not making fun of them no more now.
Actual inauguration of yourself into the position, let alone anything else.
Yep.
So, like, it genuinely is absolutely mental that just south of the US border is some kind of, like, I don't know, it's kind of like
Narco-terrorist failed state. That's the description you're looking for.
But it's like, but it's more than that, 'cause it's like, it's...
Okay, so see, they came to the same conclusion. It's like, now I thought that, and it looks like that's what they thought too. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That's sad. Cause yo got great food over there, okay? You got great food. Your culture seems pretty cool. Just sucks, man.
It's more than like a civil war, right?
Yes.
Like the Mexican cartels don't want to knock off the Mexican government because the Mexican government is too weak to do anything. Because if they do that, then international intervention is absolutely justified, right? And so at the moment, the only thing preventing international intervention is the Mexican government. And it's just like, okay.
But when I went to Mexico, it seemed like functional. Obviously, like I went to touristy bits. I went to Isla de Mujeres.
Yeah, because the cartels aren't stupid.
Went down.
Yeah, the cartels aren't stupid. They leave the tourist bits alone. The tourist downs, the cartels have very strict rules about that. Do not touch that. Leave that alone. Because they're not stupid. It is a business, and they know money when they see it. You gotta leave the tourist towns alone. Those are off limits for all the bullshit. But if you go as a tourist and you visit these tourist spots, don't leave the tourist areas. Okay, it's like going to, what's it called? Vegas, and you leave the strip. You leave the strip in Vegas, and you go to be a tourist in the rest of the city. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Bad idea.
To Cuba and everywhere there was like, but there was the signs of a functioning state. Everywhere like worked, and everywhere like people in jobs and
because the cartels aren't stupid, right? They're not just going to start like terrorizing tourist areas and stuff like this. What they're going to make sure is that the threads, the network that they're working in, that's all fine, right? And so you don't go to those places.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get to see like random bodies chopped up in the desert or something, and you know the drug mules trafficking all these drugs and all the guns and stuff like that. You go to the nice little touristy place, and well, you know, it looks fine to me. Of course it does, but 30,000 people a year are being murdered over this, and loads of them are politicians. Anyway, so the question is, I mean, how many people do they have? And estimates vary. One estimate is 175,000. Now that's not all soldiers, but there are going to be a lot of, I guess we call them soldiers. Yeah. It seems like a fair description of them, because they are actually armed to the teeth.
Yes.
They have, again...
Yeah, they got AKs and whatever else, assault rifle looking things. They got tanks. They got anti-air missiles. Like, they have stuff. That's above and beyond just gangs. That is soldier level stuff.
just tracing the guns, somewhere between 200 to 600,000 guns are brought into Mexico to be used by the cartels. Lots of them do stem from the United States that are trafficked across the border. Something like 253,000 a year.
Yeah, we got a lot of guns here, and
so
they buy a
the
lot.
Mexican cartels look like just paramilitaries. You just look at these dudes. Yeah, no wonder the Mexican government can't get a bloody handle on them. It's like rogue.
Yeah, it's like they're showing this picture of a cartel, and it's like if you didn't know it was a cartel, you'd think it's just the Mexican army. They're wearing camo. They got the jackets, the vest things with stuff in it that like soldiers wear. They got the helmets. Their vehicles are. It looks like a military. It's not the image you would normally associate with the drug gang. But no, they just straight up look like a military. Man.
Armies.
Yes.
Just running around Mexico, completely fueled by cocaine money and fentanyl money, and killing anyone who gets in their way with no one to actually stop them.
You've got to remember that the fighters themselves, the cartels themselves, are all drugged up to the hilt while they're fighting. So they're all messed up.
They're not taking drug tests.
Exactly.
No,
they're all messed up.
I remember this video I watched, Count Dankula. Real funny one. The soldier who took all the meth. I think it was meth. Because like it was some war, and like the soldiers then were prescribed like drugs, like they had like meth and shit. And then there was the one soldier in the platoon that, like he had it all, and he was the one that's supposed to look after it all. And in order to like carry a message or some shit from one point to another, he just took all of it. And he did that. So it's like, yeah, if you got a soldier that's high as shit on who knows what, you're gonna have to shoot him a lot to get him to stop. It's gonna take a lot more bullets unless you get a headshot. And good luck with that.
Messed up while they're fighting.
Yeah.
Meaning that they're sort of, fearless super soldiers attacking the military and
it's like you shot his leg off and he's still shooting at you. He don't care.
They've got sniper rifles, they've got body armor, they've got RPGs. In fact,
anti-tank weapons.
I was going to say they've got anti-tank weapons. Recently, they actually shot down a Mexican military helicopter, which is the first time they've actually taken out a proper piece of military armament. Yeah. So that's going to be obviously something they're like, oh right, we can actually just start winning battles against the Mexican military. And the Mexican military's always been terrible anyway. So it's like, okay, great. So
why don't they just do what Bukele did?
Because they don't have the power to.
Right.
They're not strong.
They don't have the political will. They are too corrupt. And nobody in leadership has enough authority, in part because of the way that it's a federal structure.
And anyone who would get to that point gets killed long before they get there.
So how come this Scheinbaum, like...
Yeah, Bukele, that's that one guy, El Salvador. Yeah, like the situation in El Salvador is different. It wasn't that bad over there. And that's why he was able to do what he did, because he got it earlier on before it got too bad. Mexico's at the point where they can't do anything. Like, it's too late for them to deal with it themselves. It's past the point where they can have a Bukele deal with it. It's like, nah, man, it's too late for them for that. So that sucks. So Bukele's a man. He had a country, he had a problem, and he fixed it. International community of countries like to talk shit to him about it, but he did what needed to be done. He fixed shit. You may not like his solution, but it worked. It worked. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. He did what he had to. He did the role of a leader. The role of a leader is not to be a good person, it's to do what's best for your citizens. Whatever that entails. If you have to get your hands dirty to protect your people, well, as a leader, that's your responsibility. That's your job. Because they trust you to do it. So Michaela did what he had to.
Got into power and...
Well, let me tell you.
Yes,
Funny
please.
story.
Yeah.
So she was mayor of Mexico City before that, and she was an ally of AMLO, who I think you had a piece about how he advocated for hugs, not bullets.
So he was the previous leader,
the previous president.
He
of
did
the same
want
Marina
hug.
Party.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he was essentially a pacifist.
Right.
Who was like like you remember David Cameron's hug hoodie?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically he was campaigning.
That's why you've got to bomb Iran. Never works.
To be charitable to him, it was conceivable that he thought that bringing the cartels into the legal economy would stop them being in the illegal economy, try to make aristocrats.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
Barons.
Technically, definitionally true.
It's
Is that a
conceivable,
good
but
idea?
it was not going to happen.
So he effectively
anyway.
sort of decriminalized the drug trade.
He decriminalized the cartels,
Right.
and decided not to fight them.
Right.
And then this lady was mayor of Mexico City and his anointed successor, and she had a problem because the murder rate in Mexico City was too high. She managed to bring the murder rate down.
How did she do that?
The disappearances rate went through the roof.
Classic politicians. Classic politicians. Okay, Sonny, you didn't hear that. I'll say again what they just said. The murder rates were too high, and she managed to bring it down. The disappearance rates skyrocketed instead. It's like that. I read a book, and it's a thing with the Halo series where it's like with Spartans. Spartans never die, so it's like they're always listed as missing in action instead of killed in action, even when it's like you know they're dead, you know they got killed. It's like, nope, they're just missing in action. No, they're dead. 99% of the time, they're dead. But it's like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't have expected anything different from a politician. They love playing games like that.
The cartels decided to do her a solid and to disappear the bodies of the people that they were murdering. This is how vicious these people running Mexico are. This is how evil they are.
But her image, her like public image is all like, you know, oh, we're going to be so woke.
I wouldn't buy a journalist in a slave market for $2 to free him.
Yeah.
That's because that's what the media is.
And we're not even going into detail about like the tortures and the revenge killings and stuff like that. It's genuinely like, you know, when Bukele's like, look, these are the worst people on earth and I'm going to put them in jail. Well, they're the same people basically.
He's too kind for putting them in jail.
Oh, I agree.
Half of them should easily be executed.
Yeah, I agree, totally.
So these are the people who are effectively running the country right on America's doorstep.
Too kind. But man, you don't know. There are fates worse than death. Okay? Have you seen what the inside of that prison in El Salvador looks like? Have you looked into what their fate is for the rest of their lives in there? Brother, killing them would be a mercy. That shit is torture. Now, it's not torture, but that's a punishment. That's a big punishment. It's pain. It's suffering. As it's supposed to be. Right? They're not there for rehabilitation. They're there for punishment. It's like, that's the point of that place. It's like, mercy. No. He's not being merciful to them. I'll disagree with you on that.
Yeah. And apparently the Americans would have bombed Iran.
Yeah, well, that's not. Well, no, hang on a second, right? So,
And we bomb both.
well, that's
And
basically
we just egalitarianism at its best. Let's bomb everyone.
Trump was like, look, we've got enough bombs for everyone, to be honest.
Oh, so even though this was supposed to be about Mexico's cartels, now they're diving into, you know, we America just you know, we had a bit of a problem with Iran and their rhetoric and their insistence on getting their hands on nukes. It's like, yeah, how about no? Yeah, you ain't getting no nukes. Here's a couple bunker busters. No nukes for you. It's like, I don't think so. Think we're gonna let you use nukes? The reason why we tolerate like Russia having nukes is because, you know, they're not gonna use them for the most part. They're mostly reasonable. But a religious theocracy type place, one that likes to chant death to this, death to that, like that. Nah, you don't pass the vibe check. You are actually the type of people that are probably crazy enough to actually use them. But that's why we're not about Iran getting nukes, because like that regime will use them. They say they use them. They promise they'll use them. They make it perfectly clear that they want to use them, and that's why they're making them, so that they can use them. They're gonna do it. You act surprised when we do what needs to be done? Like, no, of course we're going to deal with them. It's like, we made it perfectly clear several times, like, no, you guys are not going to get your hands on nukes. If you try, we're just going to stop you.
Trump
we did
suggest this.
Because they can't stop us from stopping them.
AMLO was like, no, how dare you, sir, suggest you come and help us with this terrible cartel problem. Presumably he had a gun at his back or something. But no, they rejected it. I mean, Trump was like, look, we can just send special forces in, because unlike Mexico, America's army is actually capable of winning wars, winning battles. And AMLO said, cooperation, yes, intervention, no. And it's like, look, man, right, anything that is done with the Mexican state is going to be an intervention, because you're not really capable of projecting power across your own territory.
Yes.
Or, you know, I mean, like...
They can't control Mexico City.
No, Mexico's navy has never won a battle. It's never won a naval engagement. Like, their army, if you look at, like, the military history of Mexico, it is catastrophically bad.
They lost California.
They lost Texas. They lost wars that they started with the United States. Like, they've just got a long cavalcade of failure. And because it's always been, essentially, it's an ex-Spanish imperial state, right?
So the only war Mexico ever won was their independence war against Spain? Did Spain even try? I'm gonna Google that. Did Spain even try to stop Mexico's independence? Yes. But I mean, ultimately, it's like, in that era, the logistics of sailing in wooden sailboats, your army across the ocean to try to retake the place, while you still have to worry about other people in your home territory that don't like you, it's like, their ability to project force across the ocean is probably severely limited. So, you know, it's the same thing with like how America managed to get independence from the British. Britain was busy with their own shit, and we had help from the French. And even then, it was still a tough fight. Like, just being fair and honest, we did not beat Britain at its full power. And we didn't beat it alone. Spain, well, I don't know, but that's the only victory Mexico's got. after that, it's just all losses, it seems. I mean, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that seems to be the case. I'm just burying bones. Taking out this frog.
Spanish crap. What,
I always wondered about, like, Latin America.
I'm not coming up, they're terrible.
How come Latin America hasn't seen, I mean, Argentina used to, I guess, but it hasn't seen the same sort of level of success as America.
Spanish institutions. Right. That's why. It's a long conversation I won't get into. But the point is, Mexico can't do anything about it itself, right? And so Trump in 2019 was
a long conversation you won't get into. Well, that is a long conversation, certainly, and I don't even know all that much about it. Like, why is America so successful? Well, it's geography, number one. And you might think, oh, well, you know, Mexico and all of South America, they're all on the American continent as well. Don't they have stuff? And it's like, well, yeah, but no. Have you noticed how most of the wealthy, powerful countries are in the northern hemisphere? Hey. It is what it is. You know, and then you could just look at a map from orbit and look for green. Right? Look for green. Even America doesn't have that much of it compared to the land we own, but we have a lot more green patches than Mexico, that's for sure. And then, you know, mineral deposits and oil and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So we have stuff, and I guess they don't really. Not that much. I could be wrong. And apparently Sargon's trying to imply there's something about their culture that has affected their economics. And I mean, that, I understand me saying that. Some people might not like the sound of it. But being realistic here. Right, just being realistic. Culture does affect economy because it affects how you do business, how you interact with other people, your way of doing things. That will affect the how successful your business is. It does. It matters. So yeah, it's a real thing. Like, there's a certain other thing to do with that that I'm not going to get into because it's a touchy subject that people are a bit more. I don't want to get banned for a stupid reason, so I won't mention them, but there's a certain culture that is very good at business compared to other cultures on average. They're very good at it. They get a lot of shit for it, but that's just people being jealous. Maybe if you want to be more successful at business, you should study their culture and copy some of their shit, because clearly they're doing something right. Right? You want to be good at business? Do what they do. You're probably more likely to succeed. Just saying it as it is. Nothing wrong with that. Culturally, they got something figured out that just works.
Look, we can just designate these drug gangs as terrorist groups, then go in and just bomb them. And just, you know, get our special forces, come in, clear them out, just shoot them all. And then Mexico can actually have sovereignty over its own territory. And they said, no, how dare you, sir, suggest that we're not capable of doing this.
Yes.
And so 5 years later, Trump's still like, hang on a second, you haven't dealt with this. You know, 5 years later is 150,000 dead people. In fact, it's probably more than that. But, like, the point being, Trump's like, look, we can still do this. And so, you know, last year, do you want to do it? And so then Scheinbaum comes in and she's like, no, I don't want help. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Right? This is a literal quote from Scheinbaum. I told him, no, President Trump, our territory is inviolable, our sovereignty is inviolable. No, it's not. Have you told the gangs this? Have you tried explaining this to the gangs? Right? She says, while the two countries can collaborate, we will never accept the presence of the US Army in our territory. Well, okay, hang on a second. Can we not just, on the map, say, look, the territory occupied by the gangs is not your territory? Because then it's not such a problem, right?
That's most of Mexico.
Sorry?
That's
That's true. That means that Mexico doesn't really exist.
You're sovereign over the presidential palace.
Possibly. We assume.
We
right?
assume.
But this is the point, right? It's all about front. It's all about face. No, I would rather 30,000 people a year die than have the American army come in and clear out these cartels, because that makes me look weak and embarrassed. It's like, but you are weak and embarrassed.
Yes.
And your pride is getting tens of, and it's not just hers, it's every Mexican bloody administration, is getting tens of thousands of people killed, and allowing the worst outgrowth of vice to enrich itself and essentially just take over the country.
Yes.
So it's crazy how this...
To be honest, probably also has her whole family being held hostage, essentially. Like, you're wondering why they're saying that stuff, why they're doing that stuff. It's probably for a reason like that. That's probably got a large part to do with it, too. Because, I mean, if I was a cartel, that's what I would do. It's like, just do whatever's most effective.
Kind of like old world style pride is being actually responsible for the ruination of a major country.
And is like the majority of the money for the cartels coming from the sale of cocaine in America? Is that, or is
it's not just cocaine,
meth,
all sorts of
amphetamines,
people
trafficking,
all of the worst things you can imagine being done.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're getting unbelievably rich off it.
Can't they do something to stop the sale? Like, if you intercepted some shipments of cocaine and put like drugs in them that change your gender, then nobody's going to want to do like a few lines. And
I don't know, it might be popular in California. It might make it worse.
What if it stops? What if it blocks?
Now, has this fellow been playing Schedule 1? I have a feeling that fella, and he's got some gray hair, so he's a bit older. I mean, two of the three people. I know Sargon's old. He dyes most of his hair, I think, but he still shows the gray in his beard. But it's like, yeah, they're older, man. They're a lot older than me. So these dudes are like, 40s, 50s. But the things that dude's saying, is he playing Schedule 1? He's talking about a certain effect that I know what he's talking about.
Something that blocks gender transition drugs.
What if you put testosterone in it?
Yeah, put testosterone in it.
Make it more manly.
Yeah, make people manly and
Make a long
lots
face.
of energy. Yeah. You'll have the super race for the future.
Well, I mean, all they did is just make the drugs legal, so
right.
That doesn't solve the problem.
Or decriminalizing drugs so people aren't buying them off the cartels. Although obviously the cartels would then
they'll just
they
blow up everybody who tries to sort of not take their stuff.
They did try that, it just didn't work. So yeah, anyway, the point being is that Trump recently was like, look, we can still help you.
Decriminalizing drugs? Oh, you mean like decriminalizing weed? They did and they didn't. You can grow your own within a certain amount, but you can't sell it to other people. So, did they really decriminalize it? And if you want to grow your own, where are you going to get the seed? Like, they didn't really decriminalize it. Like, not to the level that you'd want it. They didn't go all the way. Like, weed is fine, but other drugs, they're illegal for a reason. Because they're poison. Like, weed's really not. Like, alcohol's worse than weed. But those other drugs, why, hell no. I've seen what they do to people.
Because, I mean, Trump's completely right. I love the way that Trump speaks, right? He's like, the cartels are horrible people. They've been killing people left and right, and they've made a fortune on selling drugs and destroying our people. The president of Mexico is a lovely woman, but she's so afraid of the cartels she can't even think straight. True.
There is no debating that.
Yeah, there's absolutely.
There's really no debating
Trump is so on the money, and the situation in Mexico is so bad that honestly, I'm at the point now where it's like, look, Trump, if he clearly, he's in his last time, he wants to be a bit of an imperial president, right? It's like, yeah, I'm going to annex Canada. It's like, well, okay, but you could actually do some good on your own southern border by just, sending.
Annexing Canada would be good.
Oh God.
Well,
Annexing Canada.
Just have another Democrat state.
If he did just walk.
I mean, that is a two-pronged issue where it's like you hear about what's going on in Alberta and it's like, well, I don't know about all of Canada, but there's certainly a large chunk of it that wants to join the USA and is serious about it. Now, whether or not USA accepts them is one thing, but them seceding from Canada seems to be happening, maybe. Now, as a conservative, for the most part, I'm a liberal conservative. I know, you're like, no, liberal's on the left. It's like, no, liberal is down, not left. Like, there's a lot of shit liberals that give liberalism a bad name. People that call themselves liberals, but they're just full of shit. Like, liberal means less laws. Obviously still some laws, but less laws, less government power. Only what's the bare minimum and necessary, otherwise back off. Alright. I don't like government telling me what I can and can't do. Obviously there are certain things that it's like, yeah, obviously you do need laws for this and that, but then there are other places where there's laws where it's like, why is that a law? Why is that any of your business? It's like, yeah. So it's like, do we want Canada, any region of Canada? It's all blue. Now, we might be more conservative by Canada standards, but by America standards, they're all blue. So I don't know if we want them to join the USA. I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure we don't. It will be funny. It would actually be funny if all of North America was just the United States of America. That would be funny. As like a joke. But to seriously have it happen? Do we even want that? I don't think so. I mean, we don't need them. I mean, when it comes down to it, we don't need them. Is having them be part of our country just gonna cost us more than we gain? Like, like it just seems like it's not a good deal. Like I'm trying to think about it, like figure out like, okay, is it? There's a way I can word it. I'm trying to think of the way to word it. Like, you have a certain level of welfare where it's like, okay, of the rich people, the taxpayer takes it and gives it to the poor people, but there's only so much to go around amongst the poor people. But like Mexico and Canada, I don't know about Canada, but Mexico, I'd assume they have more poor people with all the people coming over here to work, even illegally. I would assume that they're poor over there in general, so if they would officially become part of the USA, then that means there would be less money overall to go around amongst the poor people. So like a poor person in the United States, when the United States is just the United States, will be getting a certain amount, but then if we have Mexico join, because that wealth has to be spread around amongst them, the rate that it increases from one side of the scale to the other, it's like you're getting less. So it's like for a poor person in America, Mexico joining the USA is actually, you don't want that. Like, you don't want that. It's bad for you. It's not in your best interest. And surprise, surprise, most people are what you would consider poor. So, yeah, we don't want Mexico. We don't want Canada either. I'm not sure about Canada. I mean, I don't know what they are like. Politically, actually don't know majority of Canadians' politics, and financially, I have no clue what their financial status is like. I have no clue how they stand in that regard. That's something I'd be curious to look into, maybe.
Locked in instead of like, you know, being like, we're gonna announce it. If he just said like, hey, Alberta, do you want to join? Does anybody want to join America? We'll allow you to join as a, you know, create some sort of, you know, EU style, you know, do it softly, like China's doing with the east of Russia. It's just opening up economic avenues, and you know, then suddenly all the menus are in Mandarin and stuff, and before you know it, oh, what do you know? They've got Manchuria back, and they didn't have to fire a gun.
The point being, though, if Trump actually wanted to do something useful in another country, this would be it. I think.
Yes.
And it'd be good for America as well.
Yes.
Like, I mean, just
What? Wait. What's he saying? China's trying to take East Russia? Economically? Through economic conquest and culture? See, that's the thing. Like, China has a military, but for the most part, they don't use the military. It's not their preferred method. It never has been. They've always gone for economic and cultural conquest. Economic first, then cultural. Like, that's always been their way. Ever since ancient times. That's always been their trick to success. That's what they're just good at. And they're just returning to their roots, doing what they've always done. Plus, I mean, it's East Russia. Most Russians are in West Russia, very close to Europe. Most of Russia is just empty land. I mean, same with Canada, but it's like East Russia's pretty empty. So China, as long as they treat them better than main Russia treats them, then yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be all that hard to win them over. I mean, in China's book, it's like, hey, win-win. We got more territory. We got more land. We have expanded the borders of our empire. We win. And it's like, yeah, but did you really win? What land did you just conquer? Is that land worth it? Is that land going to cost you more in upkeep than it's worth having it? Did you just do Russia a favor? I mean, who knows? I mean, they're big countries, they're ancient countries, they have pride issues, so I mean, they're definitely going to be grumpy about it.
destroying the cartels. How many people a year die of fentanyl?
It'd be good for humanity, man. Just
Absolutely.
killing gangsters is good.
Yes.
Full stop.
Anyway,
so you take fentanyl and stuff like that. It's just so, it's such grim. Like, drugs are so, like, just grim and a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sizzlestone says, all of this really puts into focus what Scheinbaum meant when she said, we will mobilize if Trump taxes remittances. Yeah, I did enjoy that threat. It's like, you're going to mobilize what? You're going to mobilize nothing. You have nothing. You're not going to do anything. And he says, my government uses my tax money to buy guns. They ban me from owning and give those guns to cartels. Yeah.
This is actually true. Obama passed a bunch of guns to the cartels. It was supposed to be an operation to trace the guns.
Yeah.
Identify the cartels.
Yeah.
And then they lost track of the guns they were tracing.
So they just ended
up one job.
They just ended up giving them a bunch of guns.
One job.
If you would like to watch the full uncut version that is also uncensored, head on over to lotuseaters.com to find out more.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like these guys, you know, they're into politics and, you know, they're right wing. And over in the UK, being right wing is a lot harder than it is in America. Let's put it that way. Britain's a very not free speech place. I mean, America doesn't have full free speech, but nowhere does. But we sure as hell have a lot more than they do. So it's like, you want their spicy takes, you want their full takes, you gotta go to their website, and then you can hear what they really gotta say. But yeah, that was the podcast of the Lotus Eaters. The main guy is Sargon. You know, not all their clips have him in it, but it's like, you know, they just talk politics about this and that. It's nice. And, you know, just get a foreign perspective. It's like, okay, what's the UK think about this or that? You know, different countries could have different outlooks. And you hear about things because they're going to compare it to other stuff they know about that you might not know about. It's like, oh, I didn't know about China and Russia and that thing. I didn't know about that. Well, that was nice. That was a good watch. I mean, it was a 20-minute video, and who knows how long I reacted to it for, you know, casually reacting. I didn't really time it. But I think I did a good enough job. Alright, next video. Mr. Beast's Dumbest Mistake by Some Ordinary Gamers, also known as Mudahar. We like Mudahar. This is a 20-minute video. We'll see how long I can react to that while I'm playing my game. I have no idea what this is gonna be.
Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and you know, I'm researching a terror attack that's being planned on Roblox right now, so you know, if that...
Yeah, see, that's what Mudahar normally does. He's a tech guy. You know, he's a computer techie guy. But he comments on other stuff too. He's got into the whole React business to a certain extent. I mean, that's fine, it works.
That idea interests you for a second, if your eyes lit up, you're like, whoa, what did you say? What did you say? I got a video tomorrow. It's a longer video. I'm doing a lot of research for it. There's a pretty big child safety problem on Roblox at the moment, okay? But I need to get all my bases together so I don't get sued. And, you know, even then, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I'm putting it together, I'm editing it, I'm a one-man team, right? You know, and the reason why I'm a one-man team is I follow a mantra on YouTube called broadcast yourself. You know, the first time YouTube came out, it was really just broadcasting yourself. It allowed every person on the internet a chance to upload themselves onto the internet and make a name for themselves. And I think some of the most popular, like, you know, channels on the internet are the ones with, like, really energetic, magnetizable, unique personalities, right? I think that's really what drives YouTube. Now, the reason why I'm making this video today is I saw something from the largest content creator on the platform, Mr. Beast, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Mr. Beast is somebody that's been in his own level of hot water, but this one is kind of about, you know, what he's bringing to YouTube, right? What kind of content, you know, assistive tools he's bringing, so to speak. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, he has this company called ViewStats, and they basically launched AI-generated thumbnails. Give me some of that AI-generated slop, ladies and gentlemen. You know, YouTube has a feature like that on their platform. You know, it's the inspiration tab in the studio. And let me tell you, it generates some of the most ass thumbnails that I personally have ever seen. Now,
yeah, I was in the creator studio for YouTube, and I let them try recommending me a video to make. I read the title for it, and I'm like, what is this shit? Yeah, not all AI is created equal. Looks like YouTube's AI is still in the it's still in the stages where it's trying to mix stuff together that don't go together. Which is AI slop. Now, you know, I go on certain adult sites, and you know, they got AI stuff there, and I can guarantee you it is improving. They've gotten to the point where they have 5 fingers and 5 toes, no more, no less. You know what I mean? Like, because that was the most common mistake. But they got that figured out. They got a lot of stuff figured out. It's improving. They actually have some quality content on there now. Not a lot, but they actually got some good shit they're making now. So AI has potential. You know, you can laugh and make fun of it, you can hate on it, but it's only going to get better. The technology is only going to get better as time goes on. Now, is there a limit? Is there a ceiling to it? I don't know. I don't know. You can say, oh, well, AI can't create anything new. Have you seen YouTube? Have you seen movies and stories and anything else being created right now? It's just a different combination of pre-existing concepts. We humans aren't creating anything new either. Very, very rarely. most of us human creators aren't making anything new. It's just a different combination of different factors that already exist. And you think AI can't do that on random? You think it can't? Like, nah. 90%, maybe even more than that, of creators, AI is going to replace you. That includes me. Because you know, there's VTubers, and AI can even make people if it's got good enough graphics, and it can, you know, some dude running a bot farm with his AIs and shit, he can replace any streamers and YouTubers, and we're all getting replaced, because like this is a career field I'm getting into, and shit, my days are numbered too, even if I do manage to get to work, because AI someday is going to take it. It is. Sucks, but you know, that's just the truth. The writing's on the wall. AI someday is going to take over all the creatives, because most creatives isn't anything unique or new. There's not. AI can do it better, and the consumers don't care. For the most part, they don't. They just want to be entertained. As long as it's entertaining, they're going to go with it. So as long as the AI can be more entertaining than most people, then it wins.
Now, of course, to go to view stats, ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of like a successor to Social Blade. Just throw in any channel over here and boom, you can basically see all their stats and shit. Now, of course, when you go down, they have a paid option. You can get the Pro plus AI option, ladies and gentlemen. And what do you get for $80 a fucking month, by the way? Well, you get a full suite of AI credits a month, generating viral thumbnails, styling those thumbnails to any channel, and of course, face swapping, recreate thumbnails, even access to a super special Discord. Now, on a surface level, I don't think this is actually all that bad. He's providing some tools for the, I guess, up-and-coming creator to get into it. But let's look closer into this AI generation tool, and let's point out the big red flags associated with this. Let's go.
There's a new way to make professional-looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them.
I'm triggered now. I'm actually triggered. What he's doing is way too similar to these freaking guys that get into your chat and are like, hey, add me on Discord, I'll show you some cool stuff, I got an idea for your stream, here, look at my artwork, I can make some stuff for you. But it's the same vibe where it's like, hey, pay this money for this AI tool that'll make cool stuff for your stream or whatever, and it's like, it's the same bullshit ass scam vibes. Like, it's shit, man. Where it's not a direct scam, because like they are selling you a thing and the thing is real. The scam part is like, it's the implication that if you use this, you'll succeed. You'll get some moniker of success in making something out of yourself as a channel or whatever. It won't make a single damn difference. It won't do shit.
From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail.
I'm beginning to wonder if any of these creators that he showed actually gave permission. Seems like Jacksepticeye didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have. But how do all these creators, these big popular guys, come together into this thumbnail generator? Well, let's see.
This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're Mr. Beast. You would just type in Mr. Beast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano.
Now, the Oxford definition for the word inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. Now, I think the word inspiration that Jimmy is using here is pulling a lot of heavy lifting. So basically what this AI seems to be doing is scraping YouTube channels that you provided for their thumbnail styles, their thumbnail efforts, and just regurgitating their thumbnail style for your video. That's really the inspiration that's being provided, right? So effectively, the big problem, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, is Mr. Beast is just straight up scraping for other thumbnails. Okay, all of the other YouTubers that are putting in effort, you know, even hiring thumbnail artists, you know.
Because that is the hard part. It's like you're in a space where your career path is, you know, being a creative person. So what do you do if you're not a creative person? Like, you're just not creative. You can't come up with shit on your own. Press button and win. Yeah. It's kinda... I don't know, man. It's a bit interesting. How we doing in here? Range. I refreshed the page and it's not showing me. Am I still live or is it? I'm still live, aren't I? Just click there, go to channel. Yeah, I'm still alive. It's just I'm not showing up in the old school category. Not showing up in the old school category. Yeah. It's weird like that. Like, why am I not in there anymore? I'm still in that category. Why am I not there? Whatever. Whatever. Oh, now I'm there again. It's distracting. What's going on? I'm already forgetting. See, I'm off groove now. I'm off pattern. Been 2 hours, 22 minutes. I've been doing this. Alright, I'll finish this video for Mudahar and then I'll probably go off, cause man, this is... I'm tired, my voice is getting there. You know, I did 2 hours earlier and then I did 2 hours now. It's an improvement. It's an improvement because it used to be I could only do up to 2. Now I'm up to I can do 4. Not in a row, but I can do 4. It's like, okay, I'm getting better at it. My vocal cords are strengthening, I think. If I'm doing 4 hours of talking like this, then it's going to be even more ingrained in how I talk offline. My brother's going to be getting more and more pissed off at me. He hates the accent. He hates it. He refuses to talk to me if I talk like this. Like, well, shit, man. Nothing important if they ain't saying nothing. Like someone was not tapping on my door. It's like, well, I said what? And they didn't say nothing. So, yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's watch.
So they're the ones that are getting screwed over the most, right? But I'll give you a good example of how deep this level of inspiration goes. Now, I don't really make custom art for my thumbnails. I really don't go down that road. But the few times that I've done it, one of them came from a good friend of mine, Novika, or Imaru. You might know him from like the My Immortal readings. A lot of other troll pop.
Yeah, now he talks. He talks on Steam. He don't whisper me. Am I awake? Do polar bears shit in the woods? That answer your question? I'm like, straight up, does that answer your question?
Oscar readings that I did years ago. He's a good friend of mine, and he has a really good thing going where he's an artist, right? He draws a lot of art for the Sonic community, Sonic, content creators, and he's had an art style that he's put together years into developing. Now, all of a sudden, if you go into my channel, for instance, and you dig up videos from him, like he made one thumbnail art for me years ago, where I was talking about GTA 3, something about the Dark Hell character, and, it was his art style. Now imagine if a tool like this just scrapes my channel for his art style. They're not really just stealing from me, they're also stealing from the actual human being that I hired to do this artistic work. So again, inspiration is doing pretty heavy lifting over here. And the thing about any of this kind of stuff is, thumbnails are important, right? Like if you're a YouTuber, a thumbnail is very important to the game. It's kind of like walking to the red light district on a Thursday evening. You want to be the prettiest C-section scar because realistically, people only have like a few impressions they want to click on. You want to be the one at the top of the impressions click. So obviously that's the importance of a thumbnail.
Man, I don't know. It's like, okay, so an AI bot's gonna go and take a certain artist style, research it, and then imitate it. Can a person do that? Yes. Is that fair? Yeah. How many burger joints do we got? How many different pizza joints do we got? Are we only allowed to have whoever did the burger joint first, then no one else can make a burger joint? Like, yeah, that's your art style, but like, yeah, it's because you did it first and presumably you did it best. But if someone else can learn it and do it, even if it's an AI doing it, well then they're gonna do it. Like, it feels like shit. But I'm just not completely on board with like, oh, that's bad. Like, let's just take the AI out of this. Let's just say it's a human doing it. That they studied your art style and were able to reproduce it themselves. Is that bad? I mean, because the whole selling point was like you were able to produce that unique style, but then if other people are able to do that style as well, it's a tough subject. I'm not really. It's not something I'm strongly invested in mentally. Like, at the end of the day, I don't really care. But it's like, in trying to form an opinion on it, it's like, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. And I lean more to the sides of it's fine. Like, I'm not fully leaning into that take, but like, overall it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But it sucks, you know, for the people that are hurt by it, but because you did that art style first, no one else can do that art style. That's not how the market works. That's not how it works. Well, maybe it's different for art. So, like, you know, if you're talking products, if you're talking like physical stuff, I mean, that's different than art. I don't know.
Well, now, me, I don't really care. I come from that old mantra of broadcast yourself. Like, for me, YouTube is like a personal diary. Whatever I'm interested in, I kind of post. And, you know, it really doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll make a thumbnail for things that I feel need a thumbnail, but sometimes if my face works, maybe I might stretch it out a little bit, goatee style. It really doesn't matter to me, okay? I just like making what I want to make. And, you know, if I don't look at things like CTRs and like retention rates or any of the math and graphs related to it. I feel like if that was my job and that's what YouTube became, I would probably be burnt out in a matter of like, I'm not joking, weeks, okay? Because that is probably the most annoying part of YouTube. But not really for Mr. Beast, okay? Because it seems like for him, content creation is more like speed running your way to actually getting virality. But let's watch more of this. Now, I have seen jizz moppers with more soul in their eyes than Mr. Beast when talking about, I guess, his brand, if you will, content creation. Obviously, this image to me seems pretty AI generated, and obviously if it works for Beast and he's trained it off of his own content, I guess that's totally fine. Obviously, it must work for shorts. Clearly, the world's largest YouTuber knows a thing or two about virality. But the problem with this is he's created a piece of content, he's created this like system that is completely okay with...
Muda, my man, stop thumping the desk. Like, he gets like that, where he's just thumping the desk where he's going on his rant, but it messes with his mic. And it messes with the audio. Like, brother, stop the desk thumping, man. Stop doing that. It's messing up the user. It's messing up the listener side of things. Your mic don't like that. Okay, keep going.
Inspiring itself from other people's channels, right? Now, obviously, a lot of creators are not like Mr. Beast. They put a lot of actual thought into their thumbnails. The thumbnails are part of the actual, you know, production process. And again, the kind of tool that Mr. Beast is creating, let's be completely real, is not meant for the up-and-coming creator. It's meant for the channel that likes to throw out 10 uploads a day and find out the absolute cheat code methods to virality, right? Because for a lot of content that's on YouTube, when it comes to the AI-generated slop that's out here, you know, a channel that uploads 10 videos a day, they're okay with 9 of their videos completely getting like 5 views throughout its lifetime. But as long as they get that one video that's pulling out like 10 million views, that's all that really matters, right? That's the kind of market that it seems Mr. Beast is really headed out to. Not the actual creator that wants to create a meaningful video that people remember for years down the road. This is something that obviously is designed to maximize CTRs and maximize these numbers.
Yeah, y'all are talking about stuff I don't get at all. Like, I release videos and I don't get any views on any of my shit. I make some shorts and sometimes those get views. The more I work on it, the less views it gets. Like, just keeping it honest. So, I don't really get what they're talking about now. Like, I should understand what they're talking about. They're talking about all the min-maxing and the secret sauce to making YouTube work. And it's like, I should pay more attention. I should learn this ancient knowledge. I should learn it. it would be in my best interest to figure it out, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm too dumb for that shit. Like, straight up, I am way too dumb to learn that crap. It sounds too complicated for me.
Kind of creator that Mr. Beast is going for, and again, this is just a little rant on Mr. Beast as a creator. This guy seems like YouTube for him is like an EVE Online player, okay? It's not about exploring space or anything, it's about firing up spreadsheets at this point. And that's really the kind of vibe that I get that feels like the kind of creator that they're going for. Now, even if these tools are made for the actual user, I am not a Windows sommelier like many of Mr. Beast's consumers here, or many of Mr. Beast's viewers. I really do feel like, again, the primary market for this is obviously the business enterprise model, right? Just to sell this to like big companies like Amazon or Pepsi or any of these big conglomerates, to sell them the secret sauce for virality in the online space. I really feel like that's what this kind of stuff is effectively made for, and that's where my theory crafting is sort of going. But again, I really can't peek into the mind of anybody to verify.
And would it even work? You know, like, does his AI tools actually break the code and make the viral videos? I don't think it does. I don't. That's a pair of shears. You know, I got an uncut emerald. That's nice. Because, like, he is a YouTuber. He sells stuff, but he's still a YouTuber, and he does the videos, he gets the views, and he likes sponsorships. And if you crack the code and you sell that to the big companies, then they can just make their own videos and they won't need content creators. Because you crack the code and you sold them the secret. So, one, I don't think he cracked the code anyway. Like, there's a certain human element to it that just hopefully can't be taken, like, yet. But even if he did, would he sell it? I don't think so. Maybe. It just seems like another one of those things where, like, you're just trying to sell something. It's like, oh yeah, you know, here's this thing, here's this. This is the solution. This is the thing that'll make your stuff work. And it doesn't. It makes a small improvement, but it doesn't do what the customer thinks it's going to do for them. So of course not. It has to work to some extent. Otherwise they'll get in trouble. But it's not going to produce the results that they're after.
Verify that claim, but that's just what's been floating in my head. Ultimately speaking, these thumbnail generation tools are tools that are first and foremost designed to inspire, and let's be completely real, in my opinion, I don't think this is so much as inspiration as blatant art theft or thumbnail theft from other much larger, much more beloved creators in the space. That's really the thing, and it's not even just those creators that it's hitting, it's the people that those creators, like I said, hire to produce this kind of stuff. And it would be fine for me if all of this was just Mr. Beast's trained information. But the fact that he's creating tools that are just now scraping from other creators is insane. And one thing I also wonder is how legal this is, or not legal is the best term, but how allowed this is from YouTube's perspective when you look into their TOS. When it comes to YouTube's terms of services, accessing the service, this is the permissions and restrictions, using any automated means such as robots, botnets, or scrapers, except A, in the case of public search engines, which ViewStats is not a public search engine from my understanding, in accordance with YouTube's robots.txt file. So, you know, the TXT file in any website that tells you how scrapers should work, what they can use, what they can avoid. And of course, with YouTube's prior written permission. So I don't know if YouTube gave him necessary permission for it, because YouTube does train a lot of its engines, or Google trains itself on YouTube. obviously, you know that VO3 stuff we looked at a week ago? That looks really good because YouTube is basically training that or Google is training VO3 off of all of the data ever provided to YouTube. Now, the thing with
we can do it, but not you. I mean, that's what that kind of sounds like. But if we give our permission, then sure. So it's like, did he get their permission? Yeah, good question. And you know, if he didn't, it'll be another case of, oh, this was a company I was working with, and they were the ones behind this, and they were supposed to have, but I guess they didn't. That's a big mistake, and I'll get right on it, and I'll get right on it, you know. Like, you know, it's probably gonna be another one of those. Is it gonna be another one of those?
VO3 is obviously, as content creators on YouTube.
Which, to be fair, I won't blame him if he does that, because, you know, isn't that what all big companies like to do? Don't they all do that? Well, that's just par for the course. That's just standard practice. Everybody does that. The only people who don't is because they can't. Otherwise they would, because it works.
We have a deal, kind of, in a way, right? Through the terms of service we sign. That, yes, for the unlimited bandwidth space that I guess we have, obviously YouTube is going to take their cut and they're going to be using our videos to train their big AI software. Now, if you disagree with this, obviously you can stop uploading, but YouTube also provides an option to remove our content from like AI training. I don't know if what Mr. Beast is doing is entirely kosher, but I guess we'll let Google and Mr. Beast company basically decide that together. When we
do not anger Papa Google.
It's not the same inspiration
Don't
that
anger Papa Google.
Sentient human beings feel. Again, I feel like a doctor trying to explain like how fucking medical procedures work as an engineer telling people that AIs, like whatever the view stats is, whatever it's backended to, whatever these common GPT services are actually just really, really good chatbots. They're good LLMs. They're good regurgitators of information, not good understanders of information, so to speak, right? Any thumbnail, any video that is generated off of these things is not something that, you know, it would be uniquely created. It's something that is usually a mashup, a reimagination, if you will, of something that currently exists. You know, if you look at a lot of gameplay, a lot of things generated, especially when it comes to anything AI related, you can usually, if you're astute enough, figure out exactly what the training data to some of this stuff is. Now, obviously, a lot of these companies are fighting over copyrighted shit all the time. For instance, Google wants like AI scraping to be fair use. And for a lot of these companies, it's like rules for me, not for thee. And it's basically where Google, for instance, they want to be able to get anything copyright related, scrape it for fair use purposes. And of course, they want to do this in a way where at least the only placation they can give is we can allow you ways to opt out for entities that prefer their data not to be trained in AI systems. I mean, you even got YouTubers like David Millett who are taking actual like companies like NVIDIA to court over training AI data or training like their AIs off of like people's actual copyrighted materials, which is probably the only thing you can do. It's not, you know, the smartest thing financially or legally to do, because going up against a big company like that is usually a losing battle, but sometimes it's the only way to counter this kind of shit happening in the world. So Mr. Beast, you know, this is the same guy that famously, like in 2021, and I know this is years ago, was complaining about how a Russian channel was just taking their thumbnails and photoshopping their faces on theirs.
I really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it. Don't worry, we have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. Show you how.
Hold up, so he complained about that very thing long ago, and now he's going and doing it himself, and man. Already again? 100 last time, so it's more than 100. We just killing them frogs. Okay, I'll click this loop table button, and I'll get rid of that giant rat I accidentally killed. And, well, Look at that. We have killed 1,700 of these giant frogs total ever on this character. 1,709 to be exact. That's a pretty big amount. I mean, we can do more than that. Oh, we can do a lot more. No, you don't. We're not fighting you. Oh, come on now. Jeez, will you? The things I have to deal with. Oh. I clunked my tooth with my cup, mug, whatever you call it. It's thick glass. Alright, I'll go close that.
How simple this is. I'm gonna take a photo of my face, okay? I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically.
Man, he wasn't really against it seems. He just found a way to profit off of it. Now again, obviously the implication here is you're just generating the thumbnail, so you can just change whatever generated thumbnail's face to whatever you want, but obviously it also allows you to upload any thumbnail you want, it seems. So if you think it's not going to be used in the same way it was used against him years ago, you'd be a complete idiot. You know, I was reading at MIT, there was actually a new study done, Your Brain on ChatGPT, where again, the basic idea was in the abstract, using all these LLMs and tools, right, and using them in the general population, they saw that in this study they demonstrate the matter of a likely decrease in learning skills based on the results of our studies. The use of LLMs had a measurable impact on participants. Now obviously this is pretty understandable. You know, if you're going to teach people not to critically think and just rely on LLM regurgitations, yeah, of course they're not going to be able to critically think down the road because you're not teaching them the skills to do it. You're just putting them into GPT as zombies. Now, when it comes to content creation and it comes to creativity, I think the same logic also applies too, right? Like, obviously, by constantly AI generating pretty much everything when it comes to the virality of your video, you as a creator are not necessarily developing the creative, abilities to actually succeed properly in this algorithm, right? Or succeed in this world. That's where I'm coming at from this situation. And obviously, I think MrBeast's content is sort of gamified to the point, and I think it's very obvious that the goal is not so much to create, content that is personable or content that, is designed, I would say, for the long term. It's really just content that is designed for virality's sake, and it's designed for, again, gaming the algorithm to get the fastest, CTR retentions, the highest sub growth, the highest views that you could probably dump. And you might be arguing that, isn't that the point of YouTube? And to me, I would say, yeah, partially, but...
See, if it's just a thumbnail generator, that's gonna bite you in the ass. Because YouTube does keep track of people that have seen your video and whether they clicked on it or not. And if they did click on it, how long did they watch? It keeps track of that. And no matter how damn good your thumbnail is, if the actual content of the video itself is just mid, then people aren't going to watch it. They're just not. And YouTube detects that, and then it'll just it'll stop spreading it no matter how good the thumbnail is. So it's like, that's the problem. So you can have the best thumbnail you want. Like, that's a great magnet to get people in the door if you actually have good content and you just need people to see it to find out. Then yeah, having a good thumbnail is great. That'll work for you. But if your content is mid, the thumbnail's not going to do shit. it'll get you a bunch of views with an average view duration of 7 seconds. You understand? If you have 1 million views, but the average duration is 7 seconds, you're not getting any money from that. Because they didn't see any ads. YouTube knows that. You ain't getting shit. So you can have views, you can have subscribers or whatever, but you're not gonna make any money off that. So at the end of the day, you still have to be creative. You still have to make it work. You know, just do something and hope people like it. I talk like I talk. I play games, I'll talk about whatever. Is that good enough? Well, I certainly hope so.
Also, it depends on, you know, the creator producing something that sets himself genuinely apart rather than being Mr. Beast clone number 342, or Mukbang clone number 5782, or Minecraft speedrun clone 14,000,001. Now, again, I don't care how somebody produces their content if they want to make it completely, you know, mechanical.
Oversaturated market.
The amount of effort into it. What matters, like, the most to me over here is, like, why these kind of tools exist and what they're doing.
But as oversaturated as the YouTuber streamer market is, it's still less oversaturated than entry-level jobs in Central Valley, California. I can promise you that. As someone who's been unemployed the past 10 years, you know, job opening comes up for just, you know, someone with no work experience, no qualifications, really, no nothing. It's like, hey, this is a job anyone can do. 1,000 people apply in the first day, and this is a small town in the middle of fucking nowhere. Oversaturation. YouTube and Twitch, as saturated as they are, still better odds. Ain't that sad?
You know, in order to produce their content, because ultimately, based on what I've seen with view stats, the inspiration it gets from like other content creators and just regurgitates the information and generates these thumbnails is not something that I think is ultimately a net positive to a site like YouTube or content creation. If anything, you know, it's Mr. Beast giving tools to people that literally do not care about producing any meaningful content on the platform, right? These are people that want to get onto YouTube, they want to get monetized instantly, they want to basically push as much AI slop as they can per day, just so that eventually if one gets virality in the algorithm, right? Like, it's a lot of these AI channels that are super duper popular, that use the technologies that Mr. Beast is pushing. A lot of these channels that like upload 10 times a day, for instance, and you know, if 9 videos do like, you know, 2 views over their lifetime, it doesn't matter. Because if one video gets 10 million views in the course of a week, it's literally the one thing that's going to pay for the entire AI subscription service they bought. It's one of those things that literally does not matter for the creator. They just want to push as much shit as they can. Whether it be a catchy thumbnail, whether it be an AI-generated description, AI-generated title, whether it be AI-generated whatever, that's the kind of audience you're kind of pushing towards, right? And that's one of the things that, at least for the human being like me watching, I personally don't engage with that kind of content. And look, at the end, ultimately it all boils down to if developing a tool that...
Yeah, I hear my mom time to time out. She on Facebook. I don't know what it's called on Facebook. I just call them TikToks because TikTok did it first. TikTok did it best. And she's listening to them, and it's AI voice, and even the video themselves, like the content, it's just AI generated, the whole damn thing. And she watches them. She watches them. So it's like, yeah, they do work. They do get views. Like it or not, there are people that watch them. That's why they do them, and they wouldn't do it if it didn't work at all.
Inspires itself from the actual hardworking artists that keep a lot of our YouTube thumbnail stuff alive, and you're taking away from the other creatives in your field by letting people just easily inspire themselves from their actual content that they've spent money, time, blood, sweat, and tears, whatever on, then yeah, I think it absolutely is a problem, and I think Mr. Beast should absolutely be a fucking little ashamed of himself. And to be real with you, I wonder if, you know, there are going to be a growing number of YouTubers who might have to ask themselves, is taking this guy to court possibly a legal option for us as well? Because Mr. Beast, while he is large, is not the only, you know, group of content creators on this platform. That's a pretty big question worth asking. And I don't know if Beast entirely thought this through. He probably thought this was going to play really well for all the AI dude tech bros on the internet. And maybe it did for them. But the fact that he deleted his post about this shows that obviously it wasn't going to fly with the actual human beings on the platform.
Yeah, content creators are... They're very overprotective of this shit. And I get it. They had to work their ass off to get what they got. It may not look like it from an outsider, from just a viewer's perspective. It may not look like they do all that much, but no. They do a lot of shit, and so they're very overprotective. You know, I asked in an offline chat for a streamer, because there was a bunch of people in there talking and stuff. It was the offline chat, and I just asked before doing the thing, I asked, like, hey, question for the mods, am I allowed to invite people to my stream in here? And they're like, no, don't do that, we'll ban you. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. See, I asked because I didn't want to get banned, because like I like that streamer, but I asked beforehand if it was okay, and it's like, no. Like, I get, like, you know, advertising your stream, you know, poaching a chat from a streamer while they're live. Obviously that's not cool. But the offline chat, they're on the platform. The streamer has left and they're still there. I want them. I need them, and at that point and at that time, that streamer doesn't need them. And I'm not stealing their viewers, because the moment they're online, they're gonna watch them, not me. So it's not stealing. But no, you're not allowed to do that. They will not let you do that. That's theirs. Stay the heck away from what's theirs. So yeah, streamers are gonna be very protective of their shit. So Mr. Beast, he might have fucked up this time. I think he might have. Because these streamers, when they're getting in their overprotective mode, they can get real petty. It could be over the simplest little thing. They go crazy if they feel like it's encroaching on their shit. So, yeah, I think something might happen if he doesn't completely back off.
You know, I was talking about, you know, all the AI internet stuff that's coming out, like 90% of the content that's being generated, and it's just kind of like blackpilling to see one of the largest content creators on the platform openly pushing for this like AI revolution to take hold. Especially considering the fact that it's not even content that's made for the fun of it. It's content that's made for the pure optimization of YouTube stuff out there. So yeah, I'm wondering, Mr. Beast, did you actually, you know, ask the broader YouTube community before you just decided to like fucking scrape everybody for your, you know, view stats project? That's something that I do genuinely want to know. Now, obviously, he's deleted anything like this, you know, these social media posts, I'm sure because of the insane backlash received. But realistically, I do want to know. I think this is just dog shit to do. And ultimately, I think it's really telling of Mr. Beast and actually his entire fucking company at this point, if this is all they want to do. This is not there to help smaller creators. There's a lot of smaller creators that are doing a lot of good work. I'm going to shout one guy out. This is Hey Peter. Now, Hey Peter is somebody that reached out to me, and this guy is a longtime viewer of my channel, you know, back during the Haunted Gaming days. In fact, he was critical of me for not covering creepypastas as much too. And he hit me up a few days ago. And in the few days, he actually inspired me to take on a new project, a second Haunted Gaming video I wanted to work on, where I went into the depths of the internet, dug out a crazy story of a man basically dying by cop because they got completely destroyed by a video game that they themselves made. A video game that was released. It's a truly spooky story. but it required me to search, record gameplay for myself, and get into that old creepypasta mood. Now, you know, granted, not every single one of his videos slaps. Sure, he could do a better thumbnail. Sure, he could do a better title. But there's a beauty to an individual that is inspired, a beauty to an individual that takes their initiative to produce content that they enjoy, they put out for a world, and there is a group of individuals that will line up and watch their videos.
Yeah. Especially when you've tried being creative yourself and you realize just how hard it is. It makes you really respect those that are able to do it. Because you tried doing it, you realize how hard that is. And you're like, oh, okay. I respect these guys a whole lot more for what they do. So yeah, respect given where it's due. And if you never tried, you wouldn't know. And the most insulting, worst thing you could say is talent. That's the worst thing you could say. That's a cop-out.
Whether he gets 200,000 views, whether he gets 40,000 views, he is producing a video that is far better than he's done what 99% of people on this platform fail to do, which is actually cultivate a community and cultivate a stable community and produce the content that they enjoy going forward. And it just shows me that, like, obviously for Beast, Jimmy doesn't really give a shit, you know? And it just shows. And to be fair, he's getting rightfully fucking roasted for it. Anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.
Yeah, that was, I'll say it again, I said at the beginning, that was Some Ordinary Gamers. So we've got to hit like button and, oh, I'm not subscribed. Well, now I am subscribed. Boom, there we go. He's got 3.8 million subscribers. So he's a big boy. You know, he's a big boy. That was a nice video. I mean, I don't agree with everything in there, but then I don't strongly feel about much of anything in there. Yeah, it was interesting. Alright. That was interesting. That's done, and that's fine. It's been a while.
Giga Chat Abyssal Balrog says, Balrogs smell like fried tires.
Yeah. Spent 3 hours. 3 hours. Alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired, my voice is fucked. That's it for today. No more streaming. No more, we done. Bye bye.